All right, gentlemen.
Where does he have? He's got to have it.
He has clipped.
I'm telling you.
With From David Noonan Field here at Hillsboro High School in Hillsboro, New Jersey. Hello, everybody. It is Hillsboro High School football for your Friday night, a crisp October fall evening as the Hillsboro Raiders have their third home game of the year and they take on the Bridgewater-Raritan Panthers. Hope everybody's well out back at home. I'm Tom Wilkins along with Andrew Dars, who's with me this week, and Howard Gaber taking care of the controls as usual. We're having some issues with the official microphone, but we are having the coin toss right now, and we should be able to let you know exactly who won or what have you, but this is going to be an important game. Hillsboro comes in 2-4.
Face them.
Now we get the mic. Hold on. Okay, Bridgewater-Raritan, they won the toss and will receive the football. Hillsboro, they will be moving left to right. Bridgewater right to left, and we'll switch sides during the second quarter. We'll have all the stuff for you in just a moment, but we need to go down to the field for our national anthem presented by the Pride of Hillsboro-Raritan Marching Band, led by band directors Nick Clipperton and Grace Tramps. Let's go ahead and listen to these fine musicians.
Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise and move steps. Turn your direction to the flagpole near the Raider locker room as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. By the Pride of Hillsboro Marching Band under the direction of Nick Clipperton.
Okay, I think we're back here. Okay, we are back here at Hillsboro High School. You just heard our national anthem performed by the Pride of Hillsboro-Raritan Marching Band under the direction of Nick Clipperton and Grace Tramps. I hope everybody is well once again. I'm Tom Wilkins, and Andrew Dars is with me, and got me an interesting game here, Andrew, between two pretty good teams.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of players on the way over here, and they said, regardless of the outcome, it should be a great game.
And I think it will. And Bridgewater has gotten off to a great start. They had a 4-0 start. They fell to Ridge High School. Then again, Hillsboro did as well. But they bounced back last week, beating Elizabeth 34-23. Hillsboro, who got off to a little bit of a rough start the first half of the year, now looking to build on a good second half. They defeated Westfield 42-21 thanks to 4 touchdowns by Andrew Swartz, 2 touchdown receptions by Shane Carana. Those are 2 key names we're going to be looking for today, Andrew.
I think we're going to be expecting some pretty good things from them tonight because they seem very motivated.
You're absolutely right. And if you just joined us, Bridgewater-Raritan, they won the toss. They'll receive the ball, move right to left, Hillsboro left to right, and we're underway here from Hillsboro High School. They'll be taken directionally, and a fair catch is actually called the 32-yard line. The man who made the fair catch was Nick. It looked like Jasper Schwamberger. He was the one who made the fair catch on the directional kick. And Bridgewater-Raritan will start things off 1st and 10. Of course, you want to look at two quarterbacks. Yeah. Declan Cadilla and Evan Woodring. They could probably interchange left and right, so we're going to have to keep an eye on both of them as we go along today.
It should be pretty interesting. They both have pretty good stats from what I've seen. So, anything can happen. You can pull this out and then, get a nice win.
Well, combined, they have 8 touchdowns and only 1 interception, so that's some pretty good stats if you ask me. So
what I've seen on Sundays.
Well, Bridgewater-Raritan will have it. They're in their away white uniforms, silver helmets, even darker gray pants, and some black all around. 1st and 10 for the 32-yard line. They'll line up in the shotgun.
Kind of remind me of the Ravens there.
They hand it off left side. And, nice cut down tackle at about the line of scrimmage. A very good tackle on the.
He got about. How many yards did he get?
Yeah, I'm trying to take a look here. That was Cooper Carsey, the senior, who made that tackle.
Number 27, Cooper Carsey.
So good start by the Hillsborough defense, and only forces a 1-yard pickup.
They still have the control of the ball, so they're going into the second down. But see where we're going with it.
Well, we'll find out for sure. 2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line. 59 degrees of game time, by the way.
Formation. Nope.
And they hand it off right side. Into the pile and going nowhere. Hillsborough defense off to a spirited start.
A nice little jumble there. Maybe they get a yard. Maybe we see some passes.
Yep, Kyle Simonitis with a stop there, and they go back to where they originally started. So Bridgewater-Raritan, they can put some points on the board here.
Yeah,
but
how are their history on their passing?
Well, as we mentioned, Cordella coming in was 35 for 49 for 475 yards and 6 touchdowns. Woodring, meanwhile, 20 of 36 for 301 and 2 touchdowns. So now on 3rd and 10, back to pass, looking, going to take a shot, pass is caught, but short of a first down, taken by number 25, Jack Cifuentes.
Yeah, he got a nice little 8 yards there or something, so I think he's just a...
And a tackle by Jaden Carter at the 7-yard pickup. But Hillsborough's defense got to be very happy to force a 3-and-out in the opening drive of this game.
As I mentioned, anything can happen here, according to, So all they have to do is get just a little pushover, get that first down, and then they can move forward.
All right, so on 4th down, and you got to keep an eye on Bridgewater-Raritan because you never know if they have any trickery up their sleeve.
Yeah.
Punters standing at
the... where we go, long shot. Oh, they're going to kick?
Yes, they are. It's a high pop-up, and Hillsborough gets a Hillsborough bounce. It's going to be downed at about the 38-yard line.
Nice.
Good job by the special teams, too, Andrew, to get away from the ball. It's a little bit breezy here tonight. Like I said, 59 degrees at game time, opening kickoff, and the wind's going to be a little bit variable, so they got to really keep an eye on the ball.
The wind's going in favor of the Rays right now.
Well, I would have to say it's kind of variable. It's saying 3-4 miles an hour, but I would have to suspect that it could change at any point. The key to also look is at the top of the goalpost to see anywhere the wind blows.
Oh, yeah, as it's going to the something they believe. Here we go.
On 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's a pass, and that is incomplete. And it was intended, I believe, for Shane Carana, who came off a huge game last week.
Did they call a penalty on that?
I didn't see any flags go down. We'll let you know.
The hands going live. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Well, Carana had a big game. He had a 61-yard touchdown reception and a 7-yard touchdown reception, both in the second quarter.
Here we go, Ken. Shotgun going.
Yes, they are. It is 2nd down.
And
low snap, the guy handed off, trying to bounce left side. Here's Schwartz, and he finds a hole and gets to about the 45, 46-yard line.
That was good thinking on his part because he ran in, he got a tight wall, and then he was able to maneuver and go down and find an opening.
Now, Andrew Schwartz last week had 17 carries for 151 yards and 4 touchdowns, the longest a 50-yarder in the final quarter. And I neglected to mention as far as I was actually looking at the wrong thing here, but as far as Hillsborough is concerned, I mean, Carana had a huge game on the receiving end with his 2 scores. Here we have 3rd and 5. Hillsborough, their own 45-yard line. They're going to go triple on the left side and a 4 receiver set. Back to the right of Carana, who takes a snap rush, coming, fires, and the pass is, no, not quite. Incomplete.
Right out of him.
Well, it was a good try, and and they went for Shane Carana that time. Even if he caught the ball, he probably is a yard short of a first down. So it may not be the worst thing in the world, but Hillsborough goes 3-and-out, and they will punt away.
I believe so. Yeah, I think I'm not sure how it popped out of them because he had control of it, I thought, and then it dropped. But, these things happen. It's just learning how to control the game.
You're exactly right. And sometimes you think you have it, and that just squirms out. Happens on every level of football.
Level, for sure.
You got to remember that.
Absolutely.
All right, Hillsborough will punt. Punter standing about the 31-yard line here.
Every down. Okay.
They got one guy back at about the 20
Pops
for Bridgewater-Raritan. Good snap, and he does get a low-line drive away, and that will take a little bit of a Hillsborough bounce and just stay stationary at about the 32-yard line.
Yeah.
So the Panthers will have the ball 1st and 10 from there. So each team with a 3-and-out in the first 3:04 of this game. Andrew, your thoughts so far?
Well, so far, I think it's living up to the expectations. Exciting. They're not getting a runaway score. They're going back and forth. I think either side just gets that focus, they're going to start scoring. And like you said, it's going to be a tight game. I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game. It's going to be probably come down to one goal or two or something like that.
It's very possible. You got to consider that Devon Corral-Campbell, a huge game last week. But we'll talk about that when Hillsborough gets the ball again. Meanwhile, Bridgewater-Raritan with a 1st and 10 for their own 32-yard line, pretty much where they started in the opening drive. 4 receivers set. They triple the far side. And now they got a handoff. They got some room to about the 34, but again, not being able to turn into a big game. Denzel Amoafo just could not get through. It ends up getting a 2-yard gain out of it.
I think the trick here is not looking at, where the record is. It's just basically, this is the game. This is what we got to do right now. Let's just focus on pushing it through and getting the goal.
But not only that, Andrew, I also think, and they're going to go with tempo here, they kind of had the first few plays planned out. Here's a handoff here on 2nd down. Slipping through a tackle. And some more 1st down into Hillsborough territory at the 47-yard line. So, again, Amoafo is able to run
away.
Yep, he runs through and has a 19-yard pickup, and Bridgewater-Raritan, they have moved the chains for the first time. Keep in mind, Amoafo has 8 rushing touchdowns, has 444 yards coming into this game. That's going to be one of the players that Hillsborough needs to shut down if they're going to have success here.
Is he a senior?
I'll double check, but it's 1st and 10.
There we go.
And back to pass.
And he's got to run here.
Pass clock crossing the 45 and pushing to about the 40-yard line is Evan Woodring.
And I think he came short, or did he make that 1st down?
Well, he got 7, so it is 2nd and 3.
Okay.
And a couple of Hillsborough players are combined on the tackle, and they're going to say the 41-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 6. And something to consider, too. A lot of teams tend to go tempo here, and Bridgewater-Raritan's one of them. They'll kind of go a 3-wide slot right here on 2nd down. They'll hand it off, flips through, and I think he's got the 1st down. They're going to say it depends on the spot. Close to the 37, they're saying, but we'll see what the officials decide.
Unpeel the pile here and see what
but his knee might be down before he got to the line of gain, and he's about a foot short.
I think they can make that.
Well, you never know. We'll see what Hillsborough's defense calls as far as their defensive package. As far as the Panthers go, they bring on their own package here.
I'm watching some of the pro games, and I'm watching a lot of these quarterbacks are taking the run themselves, which he's got good. He's doing good passes here. He's doing it the right way.
All right, so 3rd and less than a yard. They might be going full house here. They hand off left side. Yes, he got the 1st down to 36-yard line. Right. Looked like the line just waved to the left and allowed the back to come through for a yard, and now move the chains for Bridgewater-Raritan.
That's simply how you do it. Just got to push through and fight for each yard you get. And not look at the bigger picture. Look at each play.
And that's really all you need to do. And I think that's the important part that people kind of forget, that sometimes you can't get all the yardage in one play. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10. Bridgewater-Raritan at the 36. Back the pass. Look, he's going to take a shot down the field. And it is. It's knocked down and almost intercepted.
Almost an interception, but he did not.
That's Kevin Jones, the senior, who came very close and actually had position to make the interception, just could not haul it in.
But hats off to the quarterback. That was a good long throw. It was a nice straight. He hit his target, so it's just a matter of the pickup.
Yeah, I agree there. The thing is, I thought it was a little bit of an underthrown ball. And obviously they were looking for a fly pattern on the near side, and it was just underthrown. Maybe the wind got under it. I don't know. But, boy, that was an opportunity Hillsborough had and just couldn't force the turnover. Hey, it happens in this level.
It happens at all levels. Here we go. Nice
Here they go with a screen. They cut the middle to the 35 down to the 34-yard line. And once again, that was, it looks like Palsaminitis. Mikey Bradis with the catch, but it forces a 3rd and 8 from the 35-yard line. What do you think Hillsborough should call on defense here on 3rd down?
Well, on the 3rd down, in regards to here we go, the lining up right quick. Good one.
Well, I mean, we're looking at it right now, and they're trying to take their little time here. Yeah. But I would have to suspect it's going to be a pass, but one never knows.
Well, I don't know. I think they're going to run it through because
they do run it, and slipping through and only getting down to the 33-yard line, 32-yard line, and ends up being about a 3-yard pickup.
But if they seem to run right into the pack. If they could just pass it or do a fake pass and then a fake pass and a run, then they probably could go up to the side and get it because everyone's kind of stuck in the middle there.
Okay, so this is a big play here.
Yeah.
It ends up only going for a yard, believe it or not. His knee was down to 33.
Is that right?
So the 26 at the line of gain, it'll be 4th and 7.
I think this time he might try to put it up and maybe throw a pass. I don't know.
Well, they're going to go 4th down. They got a triple, pretty much scrunched on the right.
Going back
to pass. He's rushing. Can he get out? He'll fire. And he throws it away. And Hillsborough forces a turnover on downs. So good Hillsborough defense in the first half of this first quarter. They will get the ball at the 34-yard line.
That's pretty exciting. They didn't give up anything too much, and then they went down the field.
Now, tell you what, the quarterback who is Declan Cardila, he was able to run out, but he just couldn't find an open receiver. I mean, I'm actually a little surprised he didn't try to run the football.
Well, that we've been seeing a lot lately with different teams. But he had the opening. He could have ran, probably got it like 5 yards and 10 yards.
All right, empty gun on 1st and 10. And now Schwartz will line up to the left of quarterback Karana.
And he runs it through.
And a handoff crosses the 35 down to the 37. Good start.
Yeah, that's a nice start. I think
So a 4-yard pickup for Schwartz. And Schwartz, like I said, a big day, but also having a big day last week was Shane Karana, the receiver. Yes, as a twin brother of the quarterback. And he had 7 catches, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns, including that 61-yarder in the second quarter. So that was big for Hillsborough. Remember, that game last week, they were down 14-0 at quarter time, but Hillsborough roared back and scored 42 of the last 49 points of the game.
Shane is a different standout, but if you look at the other guys as well, I mean, they're all doing and averaging pretty well. So, they got a good lineup.
All right, what we got here?
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. 5 yards, repeat 2nd down.
A neutral zone infraction on Bridgewater, so that's a 5-yard penalty.
Oh,
the voice you heard was referee Fred Herzog Sr., who's the referee. Let's give you the rest of the cast of characters. The umpires Eldridge Gilbert, head linesman Mike Pariso, line judge Fred Herzog Jr., yes, his son, field judge Howard Heddick, and side judge Charles Brown. Byron Conver takes care of the clock here in the press box.
Here we go.
As we have 2nd and a yard, here's a handoff. That Schwartz will bust through. He'll have a 1st down to the 44-yard line. So that encroachment foul helps Hillsborough get their initial 1st down of the game. So it moves the chains to the 44-yard line. Andrew, what do you think Bridgewater needs to take care of on defense here?
Well, I think that they need to hold up their line. I believe that if they can because they're doing a lot of run-throughs. So if they build up the middle there, I believe that they can hold them off.
Well, again, shotgun formation for Karana. They triple the left side on 1st and 10. Panthers looking to show blitz. Hillsborough, of course, in their alternate home uniforms, all black with gold numerals and helmets. Now they're getting ready to pull the shotgun here. Devon Carrana will take the snap. He waits. Rush coming. Now he's got to run. And he will get some yardage, and a little more, surprisingly enough, to about the midfield stripe. So what could have been a disastrous run ends up being a 5-yard run.
To follow up on your question before, from what I see here, from where my vantage point is that, they're kind of like breaking them up. So Bridgewater seems to be dividing them up and making holes open from them. So if they tighten up the line more, I think they'll be okay.
So that makes it 2nd and 5 for actually 2nd and 4. A 6-yard gain for the quarterback, Devon. And now they're going to go, it looks like 3-wide slot right here, as Corral will take it, give it to Schwartz. He tries to find a hole and runs into a stone wall, maybe for a yard to 49
That's kind of what I'm seeing there now. That's where they're going right towards the middle, so just hold the line there.
And I think it's important that the offensive line knows what Bridgewater-Raritan is doing, because I think they're changing up their scheme a little bit, which means you got to kind of counterpoint with some changes to see what they do, and then you kind of counter what they do, and it becomes a chess match. That's why the lines are so important in football.
That shows me that they're not taking Hillsborough lightly. They're actually looking at them as not an easy target, so that they can. Here we go.
On 3rd and 3, there's a hand.
Once again, they put him down there.
Good job by Bridgewater's defense. And now a late flag comes in at the end of the play. Let's find out what this is all about. It could be on Bridgewater, but we'll see what the officials say.
Might be offside.
Of course, the referee again, Fred Herzog Sr., he will tell us who the guilty party is.
All right, personal foul.
Personal foul.
White number 4 on defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. By distance, it's going to be a first down.
So a first down for Hillsborough after a 15-yard penalty on the end of the play. It sounded like James Locrotondo put a late hit in, and that really hurts Bridgewater's defense. That will allow the ball to go to about the 33, maybe the 34.
That's two penalties on Bridgewater right now.
That's correct. The encroachment, now the personal foul. Those are huge. And let's consider the encroachment foul helped Hillsborough get its first down.
5 yards.
And then I think that was a big-time discipline penalty against Bridgewater, because they had Schwartz stopped 3 yards shy, and then the extracurriculars, these officials are making sure this game is in control. Well, let's see what happens here on first down. They have the triple on the left side. Low snap.
A handoff goes 5 yards, 10 yards.
Well, third, look out. He goes 25 down to the 24, and he almost broke it. Schwartz for a gain of 8.
This angle, I actually thought that he made the first down there.
Well, no, I think he ran to somebody, and that kind of stopped his momentum. Well, if he wasn't there, he's probably running to Belmead.
Yeah, well, Hillsborough's putting up their defense for now, so that's pretty good.
Well, right now the offensive line's doing a good number, and Bridgewater trying to get themselves back, because they're on their heels a little bit here. Now we got 2nd and about 3 after that 7-yard pickup. They're going. That's with the hand up the middle for a first down, crossing the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Jaden Carter was able to get through for a gain of 10, and Hillsborough is in the red zone.
I also saw, I believe that Ramsey Connor was there and put him down as well.
Well, you have to consider that right now the running game is really working. Outside of a couple plays in the midfield stripe, but Hillsborough's got Bridgewater on its heels, and you're looking here, one more play here in this quarter, unless it's an incompletion or if there's a penalty.
Bridgewater does do a pretty tight running game.
Schwartz in motion, he'll take the ball, he'll cross the 15, and he'll push his way maybe to the 13, but that is about it.
So Joey number 2, Joey Califano was running the ball?
Yeah, Confalone with the stop there. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it was Schwartz who made the carry for a couple yards. But we're going to take a long walk across the field. We are hitting quarter time here in Hillsborough, so we'll take a break. Hillsborough and Bridgewater-Raritan, no score, but for how much longer? Come back for the second quarter right after this.
Need car service but dread the wait? At American Tire and Auto Care, we've got you covered. With comfortable waiting rooms and friendly service, your visit will be a breeze. For over 32 years, our family-owned business has been your one-stop shop for oil changes, tires, and maintenance at 8 convenient locations. And with over 10,000 happy customer reviews and ASC certified technicians, you can trust your car is in expert hands. Check out AmericanTires.net or scan the QR code for exclusive offers and financing options. American Tire and Auto Care, where quality meets comfort.
To the according to
Okay, we are back here for quarter number 2, just in time for second and 7.
And passes it,
and a handoff bounces up the middle and to about the 11-yard line is Andrew Schwartz. Hillsborough and Bridgewater, no score beginning the second quarter. I'm Tom Wilkins along with Andrew Dars.
Hey, yo.
And Howard Gaber, of course, taking care of the controls. And Andrew, this has been a pretty exciting
Schwartz is having a nice running game so far, if I can see. I mean, he's doing a pretty good run.
Well, so far, so good, but I think Bridgewater-Raritan knows he's one of the key focal points for Hillsborough's offense. But let's keep an eye on 3rd and 5. As they're going to hand it off again. Schwartz.
Oh, no!
And he clears the area! Welcome to the end zone! And the light show, despite it being light outside, takes place at David Noonan Field. A 12-yard touchdown strike for Andrew Schwartz, who continues his scoring ways as Hillsborough strikes first.
Well, that was quite an amazing run, too. He just broke right through the whole crowd and was able to get the yardage and then the touchdown. Just the way that the play should work.
10th touchdown of the year for Andrew Schwartz. Came through. I mean, that was pretty much his drive except for a call or two. But go back to that personal foul at the end of that 3rd down play at midfield. That set the whole thing up.
That definitely helped him get the yardage.
Well, they're going to go for 2, believe it or not, and they're going to make it.
Oh, they made the 2.
How about that?
That's pretty
Jaden Carter with a 2-point conversion to make it 8-0 Hillsborough. And Andrew, you got to see the replay of the score. I'm guessing the kicker's not available tonight. We're got to see here, but
go
ahead, Andrew. Let's get a replay on this.
Here we go. We've seen the passes back, and then he's running it through. He goes right through. There was a big opening there, and he just jumps in with a leap right there.
Howard froze that beautifully. That was Air Schwartz there for the goal for Hillsborough. And with the 2-point conversion, 8-0. So Hillsborough pulling the back of tricks.
Why would they do the 2-point conversion if it's certainly in the game?
But let's consider a couple things.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, in all leagues of football, you figure college and the pros, you have to have a kicker.
Right.
High school, there may be some instances no kickers available. And who knows? It's possible for Hillsborough there may not be an available kicker.
I don't know. It's actually pretty smart because, they have that one extra point on them. So, if it's a low-scoring game and they only get the 7, they still have a win.
Well, we'll find out how Bridgewater-Raritan responds as it's 8-0 Hillsborough, just 36 seconds into the second quarter.
First ball on the board is Hillsborough getting the 8 points.
Well, and a good drive, too, especially from the turnover on downs. Directional kick, and again, fair caught at the 33-yard line. So I guess what the kickoff teams for Bridgewater does, if it's a directional kick, they do not want to take a chance of fumbling the football, so they're just going to call the fair catch and start to drive from there.
Well, that makes sense, too, because...
there's a penalty flag down. Hold on.
It's a penalty right now. What do we see?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure unless it's an invalid signal. We don't know. Let's find out from our official.
Personal foul. 13 on the kicking team. 15 from the end of the run. 15.
Wow, they got Simonitis on a personal foul at the end of the play, so Bridgewater-Raritan's going to start the 48-yard line. Tough break for Hillsborough there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of yardage they're going to give up. But
on Hillsborough.
So that's 2 or 3 on.
Well, there's an official timeout to respot the ball properly. So, and it's a 15-yard penalty, and let's see where they spot it.
They're bringing it right down to the.
Oh, wow. They're actually going to go further than I thought. They're going to start in plus territory.
They're going down on the almost at the end zone there.
Yeah, to the 45-yard line of Bridgewater. So, in essence, the catch was made at the 40-yard line. And now, wait a second. And
it's a little bit over.
Hillsboro's coaching staff's like, wait a second. Can we check this again?
They're going to challenge that. Tom, they're going to challenge that, I think.
My time. Relax. What do you got?
Getting reviewed right now, so we'll find out what the official story is here.
Okay, so where was it?
I'm just looking where the ball was spotted.
40.
Oh, they're trying to get the ball spotted correctly.
Right here.
Okay, so in essence, what the officials are saying, they're making sure the spot of the ball is correct, and they incorrectly spotted the line again to 40 and moved to 15 from there. They're going to back it up to where the ball was caught, which was the 34, and now 15 yards from there. So now they got it right. And I'm glad, and good job by the officials making sure they got things correct. Well, I've seen many games where things got misspotted, and it ended up being a difference maker. First and 10 to 49 for Bridgewater. There's a handoff bouncing right side, and nothing gonna happen there with the Hillsborough defense. Looks like Jameer Black had to carry that time.
Looks like he got pushed back a yard, number 11.
And Zion Grant, Anthony Guerrero with the stop, and no gain on the play. How do you like Hillsborough's defense so far?
I mean, they're doing fantastic in the sense of pushing them back and holding them from moving up forward into the end zone. So they're doing a really good job. Right now, the play is going to be here. It's a shotgun formation. Pull it out. Number 11 is running it again.
He'll go up the. Oh, he is going to be lucky to get a couple of yards there. They're going to give him the 48, a gain of 3. So now Bridgewater is sitting with a 3rd and 7 here.
Well, like they said, either way, it's going to be an exciting game. So they're doing much. They're really pulling it through.
Well, we're just a minute and a half into the second quarter. 8-0 Hillsborough over Bridgewater-Raritan. And Hillsborough, of course, wanting to get their first win at home this year.
All right, we have 10 minutes, 23 into the second quarter. So there's a lot of time left to do.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of time. There's no question about that.
All right,
so late substitution here, and now 3rd and 7 from the 48. Back to pass, looking, and the pass is going to be caught. Flipping through from the 30 to the 20. He's going to outrun everybody, and it's welcome to the end zone.
That is a nice run by number 25.
Yes, indeed. That was Jack Cifuentes with the grab and a 48-yard touchdown.
That was smooth
reception.
It was a smooth one. He didn't have many obstacles there, and he ran like straight on down. So in that case, maybe Hillsborough could have been a little bit tighter on that. They let the opening way through. But I mean, that's what happens.
Well, I think there was also a block pick that took place that allowed the catch to happen, and then one sneak out of a tackle, and he was off to the races.
So now they're going to go for the extra point.
Yes, Cifuentes with his 3rd touchdown reception of the year.
Maybe they're showing lack of confidence to go for that against Hillsborough. I don't know.
I think it's too early to go for 2 and try and tie it. The snap,
it's up, and it is
its way, and he got it.
It's very good. Right down the middle.
10:03 left here in this first half. It's 8-7 Hillsborough. Let's just see what happened on this play, Andrew, as to how Hillsborough just couldn't make that stop. Presented by Pez Electric.
All right, here we go, lined up again in shotgun formation. Quarterback pulls back. And let's a throw. See, right.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Trying to make the tackle after
the
catch.
And he just kind of ran through. He kind of slipped through the crack there.
Yeah, and pretty much slipped through him trying to tackle, and that's what allowed the 48-yard touchdown reception. So good play by Bridgewater-Raritan, and after we had no score at quarter time, all of a sudden each team's got a touchdown, minute 57 into the second quarter.
We do know that Hillsborough has that extra point on them, so it does give them the advantage.
Which will make it very interesting come later if they try it again and make it. That becomes a 2-score game.
Right. And then they'll have
But like I said, it's too early to tell, and sometimes it's a matter of when and when not to chase points.
Yeah, you see this all the time where they in the final minute or final couple of minutes at the 2-minute warning, also great plays are made.
Well, let's find out what happens as Bridgewater-Raritan will kick off to Hillsborough. 2 players back at around the 10-yard line. approaching, and here we go with the kick, and it's a very high kick.
Very
He's
nice
taking
kick.
about the 10-yard line, moving ahead to the 20.
There we
He
go.
spins to the 30 and takes a hit.
And that is run by.
That is Shane Carana, who tried to get some speed but just couldn't come through. He got to about the 28, so that's where Hillsboro will begin their next drive, 1st and 10. Now, the question here, Andrew, is how do you think Hillsboro tries to respond after a Bridgewater score?
Well, I think Hillsboro, if they try for a spot, I believe then it really comes down to the next few plays. If that was judge if they pull them going up forward or not, it could and then lined up.
Yeah, an empty
Throws the
gun
ball.
here.
Number 7 gets it, throws it out.
And a pass is caught for a short gain to Andrew Schwartz to about the 30-yard line. They went empty gun there and decided on a short gain here. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 30-yard line. I think another thing to look at is how will Bridgewater-Raritan adjust to how well Hillsboro ran the ball on them in the last drive.
I think they're going to have to tighten up their defense to hold them down.
So in essence, both scores have been set up by personal fouls.
That is pretty interesting.
And it's a matter of keeping your head in the game and not doing anything.
Well, how to make a negative into an advantage. You don't want to win by fouls, but it taking the advantage when you can get it.
Discipline will decide everything pretty much. All right, 2nd and 8
away.
with 30. And they're going to triple to the left side.
Okay.
Devon back looking.
Plays
Going to take a
for
shot down the
long
field.
throw,
That
and
one
it
is
is
going to be juggled and incomplete.
Pushed away by
And they went with Shane Carana there.
number 15. Actually, was pushed the ball away, I think, fairly. That's a nice
Good coverage. Yeah, that's some good coverage there by Bridgewater. I mean, obviously, twin brother to twin brother just did not work out. Forces 3rd and 8.
I mean, he made a nice jump in the air, was able to push that ball away, and you don't see that a lot of times, to get that height.
All right, so 3rd and 8. The ball is at the 30-yard line, and
Okay.
there was a little bit of mumbling after the play. A couple of people thought it might have been interference, but I just saw it was
I
good
didn't see
coverage
any
there.
interference there.
I think
that's
so. It
pretty
was, might be a little bit underthrown here. That probably was a jump ball.
fair. Yeah. He reached up and he was able to tag it and move it away.
Well, meanwhile, Hillsboro trying to get the right personnel on for 3rd and 8 from their own 30. It's going to be between split backs, and I have a feeling that they're going to need a timeout.
Splat.
All right, so a timeout call by Hillsboro. We'll grab a break with 9:07 till halftime. Hillsboro ahead, Bridgewater 8-7. We'll come back in just a moment. Okay, Hillsboro just used their first time out of the half, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. The ball will be at the 29. And let's see what Hillsboro decides to do. Key play here as Devon
he's gonna throw
Carana
to the,
will be in a shotgun. Let's see what he does. He takes the snap, play fake, looking. He's going to throw it to Mel, and the pass a little low, incomplete.
Right.
So 3 and out goes Hillsboro. That was intended for
number
Hamid
Jamel, isn't it?
Carana, and Hillsboro will have the punt.
I thought it was.
So tough break now for Hillsboro. I mean, they were able to drive down the field beautifully, but Bridgewater made some nice adjustments. I found it interesting. I don't know why they tried passing 3 consecutive times after having success running the ball in the previous drive.
I think they were trying to throw them off and maybe change up the game on them because the defense was getting tighter.
Well, we'll see how this goes as we continue onward. Hillsboro punting as Hunter takes a high snap there. Coming for you.
Got it, yeah.
No. He just got away, and it's going to take a Hillsboro roll, and eventually come to a stop at the 24-yard line.
Oh, it's a very good try because I actually thought he had it.
That was close, very close to being blocked, but Hillsboro got a break with the roll, too, so it ends up being over a 40-yard punt, actually, a 47-yard punt. And Bridgewater-Raritan will start their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10. And I think right now for Hillsboro's defense, they gave up a big play on their last drive. Now they're going to have to really need to tighten up, especially in the secondary.
See how they do now. They're lining up.
So it's 1st and 10.
They're probably going to do. I think they're going to do a pass coming up now because they have the extra yards to try and gain back.
Well, we'll see what they do. They go 4 receivers. They triple the left side.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there we go.
Back to pass. Going to throw left pass. It's caught across the 30-yard line and down to about the 33.
Well, that was a very good pass. I mean, they got, 7 yards there. And that was caught by 5.
So that ends up being a catch for Jackson Fuentes, who had the touchdown earlier. And that ends up being a 9-yard pickup.
He's having a very good game tonight. And
definitely good first half, especially that 48-yarder on the last drive.
What's his name?
Second a yard from the 33-yard line. Looking to give the handoff this time. Go up the middle, cross the 35, and now for a first down. Jameer Black was able to get 4 on the play and move the change for the Panthers. So we're coming down to of course, once they set the ball for play, we'll come up to about 8 minutes till halftime. Hillsboro by a point. Each team has a touchdown, but Hillsboro's got a 2, and Bridgewater's got an extra point.
And the pass away up here.
And they're going to give it to Black again, and Black will not get that lucky this time.
Yard or 2.
He gets to about the 38-yard line for about a yard.
Yeah. So at this point now, going into the 3rd down, and he's going to have to make decisions. I'm thinking he's going to go. Going to do a long pass.
Actually, well, I don't know, but it's 2nd and 8. Let's not forget about that. So they had just moved the chains here. The 2nd and a pretty long 8.
I think he's going to have to make a long pass in order to get.
Well, they're going to go spread here in the shotgun.
There we go.
Quick snap going back, looking fires left. Pass is caught, but not for much.
Yeah.
And the pass is caught, and that is Evan Woodring that time.
God.
So Cardila only gets a couple of yards on that pass, and that Damian Amato had coverage there. And I think now they're going to say it's incomplete.
Was it incomplete? He's off the...
Yeah, evidently he didn't have a full possession, so the officials changed their mind and ruled it incomplete.
That's from where I was looking at it, but I guess they know better than right on the field.
Well, that's what you have to trust here.
Yeah, exactly.
On 3rd and 9.
They do their job well.
Back to pass. Cardila looking, has time, looking. Now he's in trouble.
A lot of time on that.
And a pass a little short, incomplete.
He's holding it to that ball for some time.
They went for Jackson Fuentes, but the pressure got to Cardila, and he kind of threw a shot put pass that was a little bit short.
Sometimes you just, before you realize it, you're holding that ball too long, and he can't find the opening, and he has to change when it plays, and he has to throw to whoever he can see, or hope for the best.
So this has been a pretty even game so far.
Yeah.
Bridgewater-Raritan will punt. Their punter's standing at about the 25-yard line.
There we go. Nice long kick.
Somebody back in the other 25, and it's a short kick. A flag is down, and a couple flags maybe. So we're going to find out exactly what happened here. So let's hold tight.
Going out of bounds at the 39-yard line. There are multiple flags on the play.
There's a flag, there's a hat, and probably a couple of other items on the field.
Multiple flags.
We got. What's that?
The officials discussing exactly what happened here. Probably multiple fouls. And if they're all upsetting, we just kick 4th down all over. But we'll find out.
Here comes the official to release. Tell us what.
Okay, now I think we'll get an idea.
Yeah.
We had illegal formation. Illegal formation. You want to re-kick it again?
They're going to do a re-kick.
All right, so illegal formation foul.
Yeah, you can decline it. Yeah, you want.
And I believe he's declining it.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Illegal formation on the offense. Penalties decline. First down this way.
There you go.
All right, so an illegal formation foul against on the
decline,
kick.
right? They're going to decline it, which I guess they're happy with the yardage was right there. They don't want to risk losing that.
Yeah, exactly. And considering it was a short kick, Hillsborough will take advantage of that field position. And Kevin Carty Jr., he says, hey, let's get the ball where he got it. And it was a very short kick.
I know. So now we're on the
45-yard line. So
just a hair over the 45.
That was a
getting right to the field.
8-foot punt. We'll have to look and see what happened. But anyway, 1st and 10 for the 45. They got handed to Schwartz. Up the middle. That's a little more like it. Down to the 40. However, we got a flag.
Well, that's the way you run out. That's the way you do a run. And you find the opening to run on through.
Get your spot right there. Get your spot right there. You got face mask.
Oh, they call it face mask.
It's going to be 15.
And it's a major foul. So first down for Hillsborough. 5-yard gain. Add 15 more.
15 from the end of the run by distance. First down.
I mean, at this level, it's especially.
Now, let's keep it on the punt. Now, the formation foul just went way high up in the air, and it just went way out of bounds somewhere in the Hillsborough night. Deer probably saw that better. I don't know.
What I saw is almost like an easy up and down.
That's a major foul against Bridgewater for a face mask, 15 yards, following that gain by Schwartz. So Hillsborough now with a chance to extend their lead. 1st and 10, ball spot at the 27-yard line of the Panthers. Now let's see what Devon does here. They'll take the snap, and here's Schwartz. Sneaks through 25, 24, and that's probably it. About 3 yards on the play.
You know, the penalties that are put down, they really serve two purposes. One is the penalty in itself, but it's also to educate the players at this thing that these are things that they should not do, especially at this level.
You're absolutely right, Andrew, because I mean, if you officiate a tight game, these kids are going through high school classes.
Exactly.
Football is a class. Being the officials on the field are the ones that are the instructors. What you can and what you cannot do. Perfect point.
Repercussions for your actions.
2nd and 7. They give it again. I think it is Schwartz. No, and he crosses the 20 and down to about the 18-yard line. That might be a first down. We'll see where they spot it. Actually, it's going to be about a yard and a half short.
Yeah. Quick run play or like a push through, you'll get that first down.
That was a good play by Stephen Pekulin, who made the stop there. And we had a 3-yard gain, a 5-yard gain, and now a pretty manageable 3rd and 2. And we'll see. Now they're going to bring Zion James in the game, it looks like.
This kind of reminds me of the Giant Eagle game last night, from the end.
Anyway, here's the handoff. Schwartz. Oh, he gets tripped up, and he's going to be short of a first down. I think he got to the line of scrimmage. So let's see what happens here on this 4th down play. And we'll find out what they decide to do. Will they kick a field goal 35 yards or go for it here?
I think they're going to go for it.
Well, it's 4th and 2. You're down to 5 minutes left. You got 2 timeouts. You get a first down, you got to melt the clock a little more.
Right.
And furthermore, Hillsborough gets the ball to start the second half. So there's a lot riding on this 4th and 2 play from the 19-yard line. Hillsborough in the red zone.
Especially with the lead right now.
Yeah, and they're going to put it towards the left hash mark, it looks like. And now we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
All right.
The line, going over.
Here we go. 4th and 2 from the 19. They'll give it to Schwartz up the middle, pushing. He will get through.
He breaks through.
And 2. Oh,
and he just tripped up.
He needed 2. He got 17. It's first and
goal. He would have made that if he didn't get tripped up over there and he kind of fell. But you know what? He was a good run. He did everything he's supposed to do, break through that line. Very, very good.
I'll tell you what, Schwartz, who has really done well for the most part this year in the running attack, now he's got a chance for another one for pay dirt. It looks like Zion Grant's in there, and they're going to give it.
And he goes in there.
He's clearing the end.
He said,
to the end zone.
He said, that's not going to happen twice. So this time I'm going to get it through.
And he definitely did from 2 yards out. Took the left corner and said, thank you very much. Hillsborough extends their lead.
You got to love that now.
Well, once again, Bridgewater-Raritan, they have only themselves to blame because that major face mask had set this up.
That put them back into the loss there. But, it's still a long game, still plenty to go. But I think Hillsborough's doing a great start right now. He's going to finish off the half with a good lead.
Well, they're going to. Let's see what they do
gonna go for
here.
two more.
Yeah, they tried the conversion for 2, and this time they're going to do a traditional extra point. Let's see what happens here. The snap, kick on its way. He got it.
He got it through.
15-7, Hillsboro with 4:29 halftime.
That was a crucial kick because you don't want to have a 7-point lead.
Well, why don't we show you the touchdown run anyway by Andrew Schwartz, his second of the game. So, actually, why don't we show you the first replay, which was the 4th and 2 play. Describe that one.
Well, he gets on back there, throws it. Well, here he goes. He goes for the first run, and he probably right in the middle, and he got stopped. So then the next time, he just ran right through the line and was able to get it.
And good tackle, by the way, on the part of Edmund Woodring, who saved the touchdown just temporarily because a minute later, that's when he scored from 2 yards out.
I think this time he saw that the opening was on the far left side and that he was able to get it.
And here's the touchdown right here, as you will see.
Yep, here we go.
Schwartz lines up on the right, takes off,
and there he is.
Untouched.
Right here, he saw the opening where he was able to run those 5 yards and just nail it right in.
And that makes it 15-7 Hillsboro. It's still a 1-score game. Bridgewater's getting a touchdown at 2 to level it.
Schwartz has some speed, I'll tell you that.
Here's the kick. I'll be taken at about the 25, and again, a fair catch. That one caught by Jasper Schwamberger. And don't see any flags this time around, so.
A nice high kick, too. It's straight up.
And sometimes, you got to remember, there's strategies for everything. Right. Bridgewater-Raritan may have one where it's like, if it's a short kick, just fair catch it, and we'll just start from there. And that usually happens. And it's possible. I mean, that might be the way they go about things. Maybe they don't have a speedster to return or somebody who can protect the ball.
Risk the line by having it too widespread and then have the guy run it back for a touchdown, you know.
Well, in this particular case, Bridgewater will have it 1st and 10. They're going to spot the ball at just outside the 25-yard line. And right now for quarterback Declan Credila, he's number 8. And now we got whistles here. Hold on a second. Might be official timeout.
Resurfacing the ball. They're removing the ball.
Oh, they're just shifting it over to the far hash mark towards the Bridgewater side. So Bridgewater now, who scored in the last drive.
That's twice tonight. Look at that.
I'm sorry, they had to punt the last drive. But 1st and 10 for the 24-yard line. They're going to get the handoff. Try up the middle. Didn't work.
The middle again.
Did not work. Maybe a yard or two at the most.
That's just credit to the defense of Bridgewater here, holding them back and then realizing they're going up the middle, they're putting that extra force on them. That's where Schwartz saw the opening last time, and he's able to run. He goes, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go to the left and then get the yards and got the touchdown.
And that's why the seniors really improved, especially in the second half of the season. Amalfo had the 1-yard pickup, by the way.
Game.
2nd and 9. Back is Credila looking. Has time. He's got a large one left side. Pass is just out of reach. Incomplete. They went for Evan Woodring. He just was a hair off.
He had his hands on it just there, and he just missed it.
By about maybe half an inch.
Yeah, about that.
And we know baseball's a game of millimeters, but football's a game of millimeters too.
Exactly. Well said. I mean, it's exciting to watch. And he leaned out there, and I think if it was just like an inch or two more, he would have got it.
And I'll tell you what, even though he will pass from time to time, I mean, that really was a tremendous effort there. But 3rd and 9 from the 25-yard line. Credila back to pass. Looking. He's going to shift left. Rush is coming. Now he is being chased. Block coming. Going to lob one deep right side. And is that pass caught? Yes, it is.
Oh, I thought literally he was going to throw it on the
Evan Woodring came out of nowhere. That was almost reminiscent of Dak Prescott to Jalen Tolbert in the Green Bay game.
You know, it's a game of improvisation sometimes. It's that, you know, he looked like he was getting bobbled up back there. I really thought he was going to get sacked at one point. Then he was able to release it and find an open man versus just throwing it out.
Possibly a game-changing play. 1st and 10 for the 48. And they're going to lob the screen. Oh, it was almost intercepted.
Oh.
The screen was thrown a little bit too high.
It was intercepted by 37.
It was almost intercepted by Cooper Carsey. He just couldn't bring it in. Wow.
The way he needed to be, and that's it was really close.
And especially in a game like this, you've got to convert every chance you get.
And you don't want to risk the ball either by throwing some too far, maybe not getting it. Maybe they have the ball right now, throws it back, takes the run, and he's gonna
And there is the quarterback who dial again to the 41 for a 6-yard pickup.
That was the quarterback who ran it through. You know, that's what I've been seeing a lot lately in football in general, that the quarterback seems to be running the ball to get touchdowns. It's almost like a competition amongst these guys. Not even necessarily in here, but I've seen it.
When everyone competes, that's where you build your depth, you know?
It's true.
3rd and 4 from the 41-yard line. Cordell in the shotgun. Now they triple to the left. Takes a snap. He'll throw the middle pass. Is going to be caught for a first down to about the 35-yard line. And once again, that was Jack Cifuentes.
Nice catch.
As we're coming down to 2:51 till halftime, they'll start the clock when they're set for play again, like now.
I guess what I'm saying is that the quarterback's got to realize he's got to. You don't want to take unnecessary risk, but you can still go harder on the quarterback, if he opens himself up.
Here's another screen and had to catch one behind the back, and he's going to lose yardage.
Yeah, like 5 guys on him there.
Well, the pass was behind him.
Yeah.
And that it was Raiders who had to catch, but the screen was like right behind him. He had to go back to catch it. He made a good catch, but Hillsborough was ready for it.
Because he went back there, he was kind of left open, and the guys were able to bust on through and take him down.
And sometimes when you're off like that, they see it and they go after it.
Improvisation.
So again, a 4-receiver set, tripling the far side, 2nd and 13. They're going to run this one. Nice run, though, to about the 31-yard line is Denzel Mofo.
Like about a yard.
Zion Graham with a stop, and that forces a 3rd and 4, I think 3rd and 6. And they're going to say to 31. The 25 is the line of game. We're down to a minute 45 and counting till halftime.
I think they just want to get out of the quarter. That's what they all want to do.
Well, I don't necessarily agree. And now we got an official timeout. Hold on a second.
Well, you want to hold that lead and not risk it.
Okay.
I think a timeout's been called. Actually, no, we got an official timeout. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, it's an equipment repair. So.
Oh, I see number 72 limping off the field here. What's going on there?
Nick Duarte. I think it might be an equipment issue. I don't know.
No, so I'm looking at number 72. He's kind of looked like he's limping off the field here. I hope he's okay.
All right, so they wanted to make sure they had everything safely done. So, in essence, a free timeout for both teams.
Yeah.
Bridgewater is 3, Hillsborough 2, by the way, in a minute 38 till halftime. Your game reset here. With Hillsborough ahead 15-7, and remember, they get the ball to start the second half. So if the defense can make a stop here, that would be enormous going into the locker room.
And that was the time.
All right, now they start the clock again. Remember, no, it was an official timeout, not a timeout called by a team.
Right.
3rd and 6, tripling the left side. Cordell in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking, fires the pike, and that one looks like it got knocked away incomplete. They went for Bradis up the middle. It didn't work.
Did they throw a penalty on that? Because it looked to me that his hand was...
It was a low throw, and I think it was knocked away. So now if you're Bridgewater-Raritan, what do you do?
Well, if I'm Bridgewater-Raritan right now, I was just trying to get... if you really want to get that extra lead, you want to line up quick and then throw it again. But I wouldn't throw it. I wouldn't risk taking a throw and interception. What I would do is pass it.
Well, here it is on 4th down. Cordell will lob it. He's got to make long. And the pass is going to be, I think, caught.
I eat my words. I eat my words.
And now a late flag comes down. Hold on a second.
It's kind of what I hope I'm eating my words and they got the distance and they made the catch and it's fair.
Well, the question is who did what. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a first down. Hillsborough thinks it is on Bridgewater, but we'll see what the officials say.
I would say we got up.
Pointed.
It's a first down.
Yeah.
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Well, based upon what the officials are discussing, it may be a personal foul, but they haven't said on who. We're going to find out in a second.
I hope it's...
But it was after the play where the flag came in.
Well,
First down.
Now, if this is on Hillsborough, it's going to be half the distance to the goal added on.
Yeah.
And Bridgewater will have first and goal like the 5 or 6. I hear that. They said disregard the flag.
They're leaving it off. Well, that's good. I'm glad I eat my words. Because, again, you take those long passes with that kind of short time. You have a nice lead over there. Some people want to just bank it and, kind of go into the next one. So they do have the ball in the second half.
All right, well, now we have an official timeout.
He has to.
So I think that Hillsboro's head coach wanted to find out what exactly happened here, but it was a catch and a very nice catch to say the least. And like I say, I got two hands under, and he secured it very nicely.
With a player on his one. Let's see how they did.
Well, it's going
to
be
what was the distance on that catch?
Well, they were good enough for a first down, that's for sure. 21 yards and first and goal from the 10. Now they run it.
He's going to run it now.
And crashing through one, going to the 5, down to the 4. Denzel Mofo probably should have been tackled at the line of scrimmage.
He's able to break through. I think he had like 2 guys on him, too. He's able to break through that. That's good, Good job.
And now both teams trying to change personnel in the final minute and a half. I'm actually surprised Bridgewater isn't calling a timeout here. 2nd and goal from the 5. Cardillo will take his snap. He's looking, and he's going to throw way wide incomplete.
He was throwing it out like he didn't see a guy there and he didn't want to risk it.
I think he might have gotten confused from one of the cameramen in the back of the end zone. That's possible because they're both wearing the same uniform.
That is true. I mean, I was wondering who's throwing it at, but he threw it out. And there wasn't any really on him at the moment. Like he wasn't pressured to make that throw.
Well, now forces a 3rd and goal. Now, and also a free timeout for Hillsborough. Now, wait a minute. What we got?
Black. Timeout, black.
All right, timeout Hillsborough with 43 seconds left. Now, all we do is we'll take a break. Hillsborough leads Bridgewater 15-7. We'll find out Bridgewater can cut into that lead in just a moment. Andrew, back into the thick of things here. It's 3rd and goal from the 5 as Cardillo will take the shotgun snap. He's looking. He's got a lob it. Too high, incomplete. They went for Jackson Fuentes, but the throw was too high in double coverage. And with 40 seconds left till halftime, here's an interesting decision for Bridgewater. What do you do?
Well, I wouldn't throw it. I wouldn't risk losing the lead they got.
You know what? I would kick a field goal. If you have a field goal kicker, make it a 5-point game.
See if he went to 15.
Now be careful of the fake. I always say that.
Number 32, Joe Squisherini.
With them. Did it once
Joe Squisherini will try to field goal. Now, they're going to say it's about 22 yards. Left hash.
I'll see what his yardage is here.
We'll find out.
Yep. He's lining up.
The snap is a low one. Kick on its way. Easy pecking. It's good.
21 yards made easily.
Yep. 36 seconds till halftime. And if it's a victory a little bit for Hillsborough, that goal to go stop, that's a 4-point play if you think about it.
You know, that's why I say you don't follow the numbers of who's winning what. You're looking at the board for each game as it is. I mean, people have been looking at who's the wins and the losses of each team going into this. You know, they might consider that, well, Bridgewater, Hillsborough might be, underplayed here. But they're holding their own and doing very well.
I thought this was going to be a competitive game from the beginning. Keep in mind, both teams have already played Ridge and both, unfortunately, lost decisively to Ridge. They've been very, very good this year, no question about that. But these are two teams that are... I mean, they played 6 games each. Bridgewater 5-1, Hillsborough 2-4. I mean, obviously, this is a unique situation for Hillsborough.
Would you say that there's a rivalry between the two teams in some form? It's like a rivalry between the two.
Well, remember, it's a conference game.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, Hillsborough is not going to be playing Bordentown Regional unless it's like a state game or something. All right, here's a high kickoff. They'll be taking the 35, and he has smoked down, but I don't think he made a fair catch.
And also, I don't know if he's going to get a penalty for that.
Did he signal a fair catch? That's the question. I don't think he did, and I don't see any penalty flags.
Well, he kind of threw that guy off, and the guy was. I thought that they had that.
While we take a little replay, and we'll find out.
Let's see what
now,
happens
keep
here.
your eye on the guy and the directional kick. It's a high catch.
It goes
now,
high. Now watch here.
Here's number 5.
Shows
That's a live ball, and that's the right call. No, I mean, Hillsborough wanted a foul, but he never made a fair catch signal.
Right.
That was the mistake in all that.
So because he didn't make that fair catch, he was allowed to get.
So Jaden Carter probably needed to be more demonstrative, saying, "I'm going to be like Bridgewater."
He made that fair catch, and then he was pushed out that way. Then he would have been. It would have been a penalty.
On offense.
And they're going to call a sideline warning. Meanwhile, I think.
Sideline warning on Hillsborough.
So 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 36 seconds till halftime. Remember, Hillsborough has 1 timeout left.
Right.
Devon Carana will take the shotgun snap, and they're going to give it to Schwartz, who will sneak out. Can he make the sideline 40? And he gets out of bounds, but he's able to stop the clock with 32 seconds left, and they're going to say the 43-yard line.
43-yard line.
Actually, 43. That's a 9-yard gain, and he stops the clock. So,
I
for Andrew,
was a little concerned because I actually thought that I saw someone offsides, but at the start.
yeah, but I think he didn't step out when all that happened.
Right.
3 wide slot right here on 2nd and a yard.
Okay.
Here's another handoff.
Another
Schwartz,
handoff.
they'll have a first down to about midfield. Now, they'll stop the clock to position the ball with 25. They actually gave him a first down there. I'm sorry. So that's where the clock's continuing. And Hillsborough better hurry up. 15 seconds till halftime.
Well, they should.
Down to 10. They probably should use the last time out right here.
Again, with the lead that they have right now, do they want to hurry up?
I think they're going to run out of time here.
Just run out the clock.
And they ran out the clock.
Yeah, that's what.
Wow.
That's what I
One
would think they
timeout
wanna do.
left here, and they couldn't get a playoff. The only good thing about this is Hillsborough will get the ball to start the second half.
And they have a nice lead here. Plus, they have that extra point. So, do you want to risk, running the play and maybe losing the ball or something like that for a touchdown?
Well, here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to take a couple commercials here, and then we'll come back with the Pride of Hillsborough Raider Band and abbreviated segment because I know there's a homecoming stuff that goes on after that. But we will tell you our halftime score. The Hillsborough Raiders 15, the Bridgewater-Raritan Panthers 10. Let's take a couple minutes of break. We'll come back with the Hillsborough Band after this.
Hillsborough's hardware store is back at the all-new Central Jersey Nurseries. 11 acres filled with trees, shrubs, plants, and flowers. Stop by the new CJEN 3,000 square foot hardware store filled with all needed items and doorbuster specials like a Vulcan 6 cubic foot steel wheelbarrow $69.99, a 75-foot contractor grade garden hose $21.69, Boss split leather gloves only $2.19. Add Central Jersey Nurseries and now hardware supplies. 18 Hamilton Road, Hillsborough, or CJEN1970.com.
Welcome to Howe Insurance Group. We have proudly helped Princeton area residents since 1885. We're fully bonded, certified, and insured, so you can expect to receive only the highest quality coverage possible. Whether for life, property, or vehicle, our skilled and experienced staff will make sure you're completely covered. Howe Insurance Group. Call us or visit our website now.
We're known for our quick service, fast delivery. You can either call us on the phone to place an order, or you could go online, kingwingonline.com, or DoorDash, Slice, or Chow Now to place your order. For drinks, we have water, Arizonas, different types of sodas, we have energy drinks, or you can get a milkshake. We use real ice cream and milk and mix it right there.
Just started chowing down on the Fat Farmer. This is a beast of a fat sandwich. I should know, I went to Rutgers in the late 90s, home of the fat sandwiches, and King Wing does it better than the old grease trucks used to. This is a monstrosity comprised of cheesesteak, mozzarella sticks, mac and cheese bites, a hot dog. I think there might be chicken fingers on here. Can't eat like this off in person. I'm in town, so I had to stop by and get it.
Get ready for Countdown to Christmas, only on Hallmark Channel.
I'm going to bed.
Christmas makes me believe in love.
It's in the dark of night and closes at sunrise. So let's see what we can find. Oh my! What a nice hat! Does this belong to the ringmaster?
I'll tell you what,
Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, welcome to the Night Circus!
You?
Let's check the magic truck and see what our next act will be. The aerialist, constantly risking it all as they climb the high wire and balance high above a sea of faces. For this is the performer who must take each step to advance toward that still higher perch where beauty stands and gravity awaits. phenomenal. The jungle is often used as a metaphor for the kind of change one needs in life. The jungler's artistry and skill reminds us that we can accept and balance change. Let's see what change we can drum up. Is often seen as an realm of the mime's art. Silence possesses a unique power that words alone cannot express. And significant expression. Excuse me. Always remember, behind every mask is a face, and behind every face is their story.
All right, we are back here at David Noonan Field here at Hillsborough High School here in Hillsboro, New Jersey. Glad you can be with us here again here on the HSG Network. I'm Tom Wilkins here, and along with me, Andrew Dars and Howard Gaber taking care of the controls. We're about ready to start the second half. Hillsboro leading Bridgewater-Raritan by a count of 15-10. By the way, folks, we'll be here next week when Hillsboro takes on Piscataway here from David Noonan Field on senior night, which will be happening at 6 p.m. next Friday night, and it's right here on HSG Network. So tell your friends to like, subscribe. Plenty of stuff to be happening besides high school football, so make sure you subscribe to HSG Network for all the latest. Have right about now as the kickoff is sent high. About the 25 and not getting too far is Damian Amato, who was able to get to about the 26 maybe. Hillsboro will get the ball to start. Of teams adjusting here for the second half.
Well, I think that what I see here, at least from the start, is that they're putting on their defense pretty tight. I believe that they stopped them right there on the 25-yard line. 25-yard line, where I thought he would actually have a longer run, but they pretty much kept him down. If they can do that.
Well, we'll soon find out. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. They're going to give it to Schwartz, who's able to get to maybe the 28, but that's about it. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and now Hillsboro probably has a bigger lead if they're able to convert turnovers. They've had 2 in that could have easily changed the flow of this game, but they haven't been able to convert that.
I would agree on that for sure. I would see that if they can complete on their passes, they'll have the yards that they need to get into touchdowns.
2nd and 7 from the 28-yard line. Bounce and maybe get a yard to the 29 and is thrown back. They're going to give him forward progress for about a yard. So now here's Hillsboro in the first minute of the third quarter. Jack Madsen, by the way, to stop. 3rd and 5 from the 29-yard line. So it could be either a run or a pass, but I think Bridgewater is seeing what Hillsboro are doing, trying to establish the run, which in my mind, the series before the first half probably should have been one day, should have kept going with the run instead of doing 3 passes. But sometimes you try things and they don't work.
See what happens now.
3rd and 6 from the 29. Devon Kamara in the shotgun. They go spread. Takes the snap. Looking. Rolling left. In trouble. And he goes down at about the 15-yard line. There was a misassignment on the offensive line. And that is number 8, Declan Cadilla, who was able to not only be a quarterback, but getting the quarterback sack. And Hillsboro goes 3 and out to start the second half.
This is where they got to be careful not to, make the mistakes that, where they're not getting through. And those are the things that can hurt them in this quarter. If they just, focus on the plays that they've been practicing, they should do fine. But, mistake.
Well, we'll soon find out. Here comes the punt, rush coming, and a good line drive punt, which will take a bit of a Hillsboro bounce. It will roll, and it will roll, and it will drop at the 49-yard line of Bridgewater-Raritan.
Do you think their plays are
Now we got a flag down at about the 40. Now, I think this happened after the kick, but we'll find out what the deal is here. It came from the far side while the kick was in the air. Could be a hold, but we're not 100% sure.
Definitely I sort of hold from my view over here. Well, we're just waiting for that. I was just wondering, do you feel like they're relying too much on the same play, the same type of play going right up the middle?
That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and unsportsmanlike foul on Bridgewater. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. They might offset. Yep, they offset.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
So unsportsmanlike fouls pretty much cancel out. So Bridgewater ball, 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. I think they happened while the kick was in the air. So They may just offset and might do the punt again.
First and 10 Panthers from the 49-yard line.
Line it up there.
Yeah, the officials are moving the ball, and Bridgewater-Raritan will get it.
Yeah.
And they're going to spot the wrong 49-yard line.
Was that due to the penalty?
No, it's not the penalty. It was down to the 49 in their own territory. And the officials, I think, they want to get this right, I think.
They're lining it up.
Officials are calling timeout.
So the officials are going to call timeout. I would have to assume to respot the ball. Now, yeah, because we see one of the far side judges saying it got the wrong side of the 49. But we'll see if they decide to move it. And the Bridgewater Center says, I'll do it for you. Thank you very much.
Now, what would you say is the reason for respotting the ball? How does it get unspotted?
Well, you may see where the side judge is. He was on the Bridgewater side of the field. So they just put it on the wrong side. Only a 2-yard difference. Just as long as they get it right, that's all that counts. Right. So Bridgewater now with good field position and 9:31 left in the third. They're down 5 to Hillsborough. First and 10 to 49. Cordia will pitch it out. They hand it off up the middle. To about midfield. That's it, though. So Jameer Black gets a yard before Zion Grant makes a stop. About 1.5 yards. They do get into Hillsborough. They get into Hillsborough territory. So it's second and about 8, and they're going to go tempo quickly. They hand off. Going, pushing to about the 45 for another 4 or 5 yards there. And now Bridgewater facing a 3rd and 4 right now. So things happening fast here.
Do you think if you were on that field, would you go for more passing? Versus
you want to go with what works. You want to try to focus on the adjustments that you were talking about for the last 15 minutes and execute those to start the second half. They triple the right side here on 3rd and 4. Or actually 3rd and 3. He's going to call his number, backs out. He's going to run. He'll get a first down and crouches down at about the 39. He came close to being sacked, but he was able to get out of a tackle and force the chains to move. 1st and 10, now at the 39-yard line against 6.
Well, if the quarterback's going to run it, you will at least see him get a first down.
Well, I think it was also a broken play, too. So in any case, it's 1st and 10 for Bridgewater at the Hillsborough 39-yard line. They're going to hand it off. Slowing it down is Black, but it'll get to about the 35 for another 4 yards. And right now, the running game, I think what they're trying to do is really wear down Hillsborough's defense.
Could be. I mean, they could be having them forcing to get into those little huddles over there.
Well, they say his knee was down to 36, so it'll be 2nd and 3. A lot of knees down, shy of where we thought the ball was going to be today. But I'll tell you what, this is one of those grind-em-out games where we could see the team with the ball last possibly winning this thing. 2nd and 7 from the 36. Cordia will take it. They hand it off. Good defense that time. Getting only back to the line of scrimmage was Amofo. So that'll force a 3rd and 6.
That was interesting. They seem to be doing the same things on both sides.
But I think what we're seeing, too, we're seeing tempo. We're not seeing any huddle. So Hillsborough staying on their toes here.
Fast plays.
And we're going to see what they do. 3rd and it looks like 6. Might be 7. Ball at the Hillsborough 36. Now they line up 4 receivers. They triple to right. Now they're trying to get the receivers. They're in a triangle. Cordia takes a step. He's going to look. He's going to be rushed. Looking as a backup, and he fires, and a pass is caught inside the 25 to the 23.
Now that's beautiful. That's beautiful. They're throwing the nice pass after doing all the short runs, maybe throw the other side off a little bit. And was able to get it through.
Did we hear flag on the play here? Hold on a second.
Oh, that's too common. Another penalty.
It's on Bridgewater. That takes up. That's a big play. That is a big play.
They're doing a lot of silly mistakes tonight.
And I'll tell you what, that hurts Bridgewater-Raritan because that negates a 13-yard third down conversion, and it's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the hold. Now, keep in mind, unlike the NFL where it's 10 yards from the previous spot, they will mark it to 46. So it is 10 yards traditional here. So now, third, and it looks like 17 from the 46. Now they triple the left side. Cordia in the shotgun. Let's see what Hillsboro's defense, if they can respond. Taking the snap. Rush coming. Looking. Now he's going to run. Going to heave it downfield. It's intercepted! At about the 12-yard line, Hillsboro finally converts on an interception. Takes it away, and Hillsboro gets possession.
Almost like
up with it, but that'll make up for it for sure.
For sure. He knew exactly where he needed to be to make that happen, which is beautiful.
And you know what? When you do that, good things happen. And Hillsboro forces the first turnover of this game, forcing the interception by Cordia, who only throws his second interception of the season there. Now Hillsboro needs to have a big, strong drive here. Ball is spotted at, I believe, the 13-yard line. 1st and 10. Devon will hand it off to Schwartz. Let's see if he can get a hole here. And doesn't get very much. But I'll get to the 14.
I believe you're right, Tom, in that they've, weakening the defense of Bridgewater kind of gets them to...
Second 14-yard line.
So following a 2-yard gain for Schwartz, it's 2nd and 8 from the 14-yard line. Hillsboro by 5 midway through the third quarter. Let's see what happens here as Karana takes the snap. He's under a rush. Better be careful. He's going to throw one, and it's going to be well short incomplete, but he was being big-time hurried. Yeah. It was intended for Jaden Carter, but I think he might have possibly been hit a little bit as he was throwing a football.
Yeah, I was trying to say before, I believe you're right in weakening the defense of Bridgewater. Kind of let them get those yards that they want. It also gets them to make a lot of mistakes and penalties.
Well, this is a key play here. It's 3rd and 8. Hillsboro at their own 14. This has been, all the points have come in the second quarter. 15-10 to score. And right now, Karana trying to figure out what to do. Devon the shotgun. I wonder if he'll look for his twin brother here. No, he's going to give it to Schwartz. He's going to turn to 15. He's going to have a first down. How about that? To the 24-yard line. They decided for a run on 3rd and 8. He got 10, and they moved them chains.
Keep chipping away. That's exactly what they're doing. Like you say, they're weakening the defense and they're getting the yardages.
Man, that is going to be a play that will stand out if Hillsboro goes on to win this thing. But remember, there's still a long way to go here as we're coming up on 5:20 and counting here in the third quarter. Glad you can be with us here on HSG Network. A little bit of a chilly October evening, the calm before the nor'easter.
Don't want to see that coming in.
Well, unfortunately, Mother Nature you can't control. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Devon Karana split backs here. They'll give to Schwartz. He tries to get a hole. He'll cross the 25 and still pushes his way to about the 27. He'll get 3, and now force a 2nd and 7 coming up. But I'll tell you what, Hillsboro's offensive line's done a nice job holding off Bridgewater's defense here.
That is true. I mean, it's not easy. They have big guys coming after them.
Steve Picolin with the stop there.
And they're giving him a lot of time to line up his throw and, properly hit his man at his target. So that's, they're doing the right job.
They're going to say 2nd and probably 6. Karan split backs here. Devon will take the snap, and they're going to give it again to Schwartz, who will try and bounce around. Not that time.
Not that time.
And again, Picolin with the stop. He's had a very good game on Bridgewater's side. And unfortunately, Schwartz loses 2, which forces a 3rd and 8.
Still having a pretty good game, though.
Well, I'll be interested to see what Hillsboro calls here. It's 3rd and 8. You got 4 minutes and the clock running left in the third quarter. I know it's not necessarily time to chomp away clock, but execution is paramount at this point of the game.
You're only up by 5, so you don't want to risk it. But I think it's more that they need to get some more.
Here we go. 3rd and 8. from the 26-yard line. And they're actually going to spot the 28. Devon Carana again a shotgun. They got a receiver each side and split backs. Takes a snap. Rush coming, looking, firing. Pass is caught. And we'll see where they spot it. It might be enough.
Right on the 40.
And he got it. 35-yard line. Moves the chains.
Not bad. Yeah. That's what I was that's why I was hoping to see some more passes that they get the yards they need, because it's still a 5-point lead. It's pretty risky
and safe passing too. That was a safe call by Kevin Carty. So
lined up, he had enough time to line up his man.
That was a good job calling there. So now remember, they're trying to make sure everybody's in the right spot. And, oh, by the way, Devon is wearing 7. Shane Carano made that last catch. He's number 6. Now they triple the left side. 1st and 10 right outside the 35-yard line. Devon takes the snap, but Schwartz gets the ball. He has a hold of 40 out of the 42-yard line. Good stop by James Locotandro, who is able to come through, but it's a 7-yard gain, and Hillsborough making some nice calls here in this drive.
I mean, they opened up the line, so he was able to get a nice passage through, and that's what you hope for.
Well, they go tempo. Both teams have gone tempo. We've rarely seen any huddles in this one. 2nd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Devon the shotgun, tripling the left once again. He'll wait, takes. They give to Schwartz. Tries to get around. Flip out a tackle. He will have a first down to 46-yard line. That broken tackle was ever so important as another 4 yards for the workhorse, Andrew Schwartz, the senior.
I was good on Schwartz being able to jump around that one offensive guy there.
That's okay. Trust me, when I first did this, words were very difficult to come by.
No, I'm saying it's really good to have Schwartz able to maneuver around the defense.
Well, they switched the triple to the right, 4 receivers set, 1st and 10 from the 46. The question is, will they give it to Andrew Schwartz again? That's funny. They faked the snap, and all the receivers turned to the coaching staff saying, what are we doing here? Well, we're going to find out. Devon will give it to Schwartz. He's going to bounce through one and then run right into a tackle, and it's going to be no gain. Might have lost the yard on the play.
I felt that was kind of predictable is what's happened over there, in that, maybe he's favoring the one player too much.
Well, sometimes you go to well one too many times, and Bridgewater dials the right defense there, so it's 2nd and 11. But what Bridgewater has done, what Hillsborough has done, they have changed field position. Remember, they started at the 12-yard line following the Carsey interception, and they've gotten 3 first downs on this drive. How many more can they get before they give the ball up? And, boy, they would love to score points, too.
I have a crystal ball and figure that one out.
Well, mine don't work. 2nd and 11, a high snap. They're going to lob a pass, which I think was deflected. It was intended from one brother to another, but it ended up being deflected and incomplete, and now forces a 3rd and 11 from the 45-yard line. What do you think Hillsborough will call here?
Well, I think that they're going to have to do a passing play in order to make that this time, because they're already tight over here. They're on the 4th, going into the 4th down. I think that what they really need to do is a nice passing play at this point.
I do agree with you, but you have to consider, I don't think there's going to be a running play on 3rd and 11. They did it on 3rd and 8, and it worked. I don't foresee it happening again on 3rd and 11. But then again, this coaching staff could prove me wrong. In the shotgun, Devon Carana. They go in a spread here. From the 45, taking the snap. Here they come. Here's a throw left side. And it's caught at the 30.
Nice catch.
Short tackle to the 20. Through a couple more. He'll go down to the 10-yard line before finally being taken down. The freshman, that Jackson, we remember you well. Your brother, Logan Jankowitz, with an incredible catch.
I love that way that he was able to find his man. The guy saw the open run, but he was able to go for it. I don't think he was actually expecting it. I thought he was going to get tackled down much earlier on.
They're going to say the 11. So they can get a first down without scoring, but they're going to hand it to Schwartz, who crosses the 10-5, and he has a hat trick.
Nice job.
Clear the
Nice
area.
job.
Welcome to the end zone. With 16 seconds left, Andrew Schwartz, his third touchdown of the game, this from 11 yards, and Hillsborough extends their lead.
I believe they're going to remember that. They're going to remember that for sure.
I'll tell you one thing. The last 3 years, Hillsborough had a tremendous speedster named Jackson Jankowicz.
Yeah.
That was his younger brother, Logan, who made that unbelievable catch for, I think it was like 44 yards. And it set up that 1st and 10 play, and Andrew Schwartz did the rest.
Yeah, he's got some incredible speed on him.
That is going to be a guy to look forward to next year, that's for sure. All right, here we go with the extra point. Nick Schmidt will try to snap, kick on its way. Bingo!
Nice.
22-10.
Easy peasy. Very beautiful. I mean, the idea is getting it down into the midfield so that they have room for a good kick.
All right, well, we'll take a break here with 16 seconds left in the third. Actually, we do have a replay. I think we're a little frozen here. We're going to try and show you that 44-yard catch by Logan Jankowicz. Let's see if we can get that up here real quick. So why don't we do this? Let's take a break. Hillsborough leads Bridgewater 22-10. We'll come back with that replay in just a moment.
Number 4, James.
I don't think there was much time in between the touchdown and the kickoff there, but the kickoff ended up coming back to Bridgewater, returns it back to about the 41-yard line. So Bridgewater with good field position here, 1st and 10. They're going to be at their own 41-yard line. By the way, a couple of scores for you. Somerville 21-0 over North Hunterdon, and Montgomery with a 19-14 lead over Woodbridge. That's your progress scores right now with other games going on in the area. Meanwhile, 11 seconds left here in the third, and Hillsborough up by 12. 1st and 10 for Bridgewater. Cordia looking here, and he'll take the snap. He's looking. He's going to fire it, and that is knocked away incomplete. Now, I'll tell you what, Hillsborough is playing some spirited ball here. Cifuentes, the intended receiver there.
Seen some nice deflections on both sides for this game.
And Cooper Carsey deflected that one, too. So he has had a heck of a game here. 2nd and 10 from the 42 with 7 seconds left here in the third. They triple the right side. Cardia, he's now going to look to see where everybody is. Now they're going to switch sides here with the running back, Amofo. They'll take the snap. Looking, runs into a wall, and goes down at the 39-yard line. And it's Anthony Guerrero with the sack as the clock runs out for 3/4 time. So let's take a break here. One more quarter to go. Hillsborough leads Bridgewater-Raritan 22-10. Don't go nowhere. The final 12 minutes of this one comes your way after this.
Welcome to Howe Insurance Group. We have proudly helped Princeton area residents since 1885. We're fully bonded, certified, and insured, so you can expect to receive only the highest quality coverage possible. Whether for life, property, or vehicle, our skilled and experienced staff will make sure you're completely covered. Howe Insurance Group. Call us or visit our website now.
National Tools and Stock.
All right, we are back here in Hillsborough. David A. Noonan Field, Hillsborough High School. I'm Tom Wilkins, along with Andrew Dawes and Howard Gaber, of course, taking care of the controls. Down to the final quarter here. Hillsborough leading Bridgewater-Raritan 22-10. Yes, Bridgewater 5-1 on the year. They came off a win over Elizabeth after winning their first 4, losing to Ridge. They won last week. Hillsborough, of course, coming off a win over Westfield on the road. They have not won yet at home this year. Boy, would this be special if they do. Here we go on third down. Cardian, trouble, down he goes! At the 25-yard line. Take a bow, Anthony Guerrero. Back-to-back sacks.
I've seen these simply before. I mean, when the team starts getting overrun like that, even though they're ranked number one, it plays in their head and they just self-defeat. I've seen it, but also anything can happen.
But listen, that's where the coaching staff comes in and say, don't give up. You never know what can happen. Trust what happened last night. That tells you all you need to know. And it may not have to be football,
Yeah, I've seen it with hockey. I've seen it with a lot of sports.
Anything can happen. So don't think this is over yet by any stretch. Bridgewater will punt after that tremendous Hillsborough defense. Now, they have to play disciplined here. They snap on the punt, and it's a high one, LB. They say, it's going to take a Bridgewater roll and go out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So a good punt.
Especially a good punt because he actually had to pick it up because it was received too low, and he just caught it and had to bring it up to a position which he could kick it. So that was pretty nice.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Hillsborough at their own 34-yard line. Now, this is where you've got a shot to apparently come take the next step to finishing this game. You're up 12. But this is where you have to do the best job you can. Now, this is an opponent that's going to be a threat in the playoffs next month for whomever Bridgewater plays. Yeah. But let's keep another thing in mind. If Hillsborough can win this game, they've got next week Piscataway and on the road at Hunterdon Central the next 2 weeks. So they could potentially have a winning record, but they have to take care of business first. The snap is dropped, but it is Schwartz who picks it up and gets to about the 36. So about a 2-yard pickup there.
Number 74, Justin Simpson.
Sometimes, you even enough credit to the snapper. I mean, that's a tough job sometimes, to be able to look at it, be able to throw it to the right person.
36.
Well, listen, when snapper to quarterback, it takes not tens, but tens of thousands of repetitions to get it perfected. So, and you got to have this camaraderie. You have to have this cohesiveness. And when you have that, the chances of a turnover go down. But you have to make sure it's on every time. 2nd down, they hand it off. Schwartz again, slips out of a tackle, gets to the 39, but that's about it. So a hard 3 yards for Schwartz, and now it's 3rd and 5. Now the clock is down to 10:15 left in regulation. Now this thing's obviously far from over.
Catching up on the snapper, he has to go from one position to another, and he has to basically do 2 jobs. He has to snap it, and then he's got to go and block, because he's like the point guy to the quarterback. So it's a tough job.
It most certainly is. I mean, that's why people get paid the big bucks and not necessarily for running or catching the football or even throwing it for that matter. All right, 3rd and 5 from the 39-yard line. 44 is the line of gain. Hillsborough goes spread. Devon Karana in the shotgun, back to his left, takes a snap, looking, rush coming, fire to Mill, and the pass is caught for a first down to 45-yard line. And it's Damian Amato. The senior brings it down, and Hillsborough moves the chains.
Oh, it looks like someone's hurt out there.
Yeah, somebody is shaken up, and it might be Shane Karana possibly. Yeah. Might be a cramp, but we're not 100% sure.
He's up and running.
So while we have a moment, while we go ahead and give the Hillsborough people, I don't have the Bridgewater ones on me, but I will tell you, Hillsborough's head coach is Kevin Carty Jr., assisted by Don Adams, Wayne Briggs, Kevin Carty Sr., Vince Coviello, T.J. Schultz, P.J. Jankowitz, Brandon Welter, Tim O'Sullivan, and Bob Doherty. The superintendent for Hillsborough Schools, Mike Volpe. The principal, Jeff DiLollo. The athletic director is Mike Davis. Athletic trainers, Michael Shipman and Amanda Miller. For the cheerleaders, it's Samantha Sherrick and Amanda Rebello, their coaches. The band directors are Nick Clipperton and Grace Trumps. And the team doctor for Hillsborough, James Monica. So that's your Hillsborough squad. So thankfully, Shane Karana was able to get up quickly off his own power. So it is now 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. And I tell you what, with the clock continuing to run now 9.5 till time, this is very big. They do have a receiver on the left. You would have to assume run here. They send Schwartz in motion. And play didn't quite develop very well as he falls for a 2-yard loss back at the 43-yard line.
Do you think he should have done a long pass at that point?
You know, that's a good question, but I think what Cardi, believes is he wants the high percentage plays.
Right.
That one did not develop in time for it to have any positive chance. That's why it was a 2-yard loss.
You're moving very fast.
You know, you could try it maybe on the other half of the field, but I don't think now's the time for that. I think you risk a little too much with it. So 2nd and 12 from the 43. Receiver to the right, Schwartz alone back. I think it might be going wing here. And they hand it off to Zion James, who has a chance and gets thrown back and loses a couple yards. So now, 3rd and 14. Question is, now you're going between a high percentage pass and maybe a deep ball that could be a 58-yarder.
True, but you get to that point where maybe you don't have a choice. You need to get some yardage.
But here's the difference maker. The time, 8:15 and counting. Now, each team has all 3 of their timeouts, so I think that could be a little bit of a factor here as we go about. So Hillsborough still has a little bit of time here. They will send a triple on the right. Actually, no, it's a spread. I beg your pardon. Devon Carana takes the snap. He's looking. He fakes. Got to throw it the middle. Pass is caught. And let's see if he turns a corner. Midfield. He will. To the 40. To the 30. Can he outrun him? No, he's pushed out of bounds. We'll see when they spot it. Damian Amato.
Seems like it's 25.
He took it to about the 20. We'll see when they officially spot it. The 23-yard line.
Wow.
38-yard pass.
That's showing confidence right there. Confidence in the team working with the other.
And he stepped out of bounds. That's the only bad thing. He stops the clock here. But Hillsborough now with a great chance to possibly, I'm not going to say put this thing to rest. We've seen crazier
things. Don't let it jinx yourself for sure.
No way. Hey, a high school team came from 17 down with a minute and a half left in the game to win, so it can happen.
How did he get pushed out? Was he pushed out of bounds?
Yeah, he was pushed out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 23. Carana will take it. Here's Schwartz trying to turn left. He'll try and get around. He does to the 20. And he gets thrown down at maybe the 12 or 13. He stays inbounds. Now we'll see when they spot the football. That could be a first down here. But by the clock running, he looks like he might be a yard short, and he is.
It's a gain of 9, bringing up 2nd and 1.
So it makes it 2nd and a yard from the 13. Hillsborough enters the red zone again.
Would you think that the other team is expecting a short pass? I mean, a handoff, or would they? If you were there, what would you?
If you're the defense, I'd be ready for anything right now. Hillsborough's done a great job keeping the Panthers on their toes all night on
Switching
defense.
Up on them.
Well, he's going to go split backs here. Devon Carana with 2nd and a yard. Wouldn't be surprised he tries to keep it himself. They give it to Schwartz, and he's got a first down, I believe, at the 11-yard line. So the chains will move, and Hillsborough, this is even better for them. They can get a first down without scoring here. Or, wait a minute. They're saying his knee went down before the line. I beg your pardon. So no gain on the play.
Short for the Raiders.
Good eye for the.
Well, they know better than me. Yeah. We're just watching a screen here.
Good eye on the refs, for sure.
Well, we'll try this again. But the clock continues to run. 6:20 and counting. Zion Grant in there now for this short yard situation, but they'll give it to Schwartz, who seeks to the 10, the 5. He's got 4 in a row. Welcome to the end zone. Clearing the area again.
This guy's on fire.
Good Lord. Fire is an understatement. Andrew Schwartz for the 2nd game in a row, a 4-touchdown night.
He has a great eye at seeing the opening and where to run through.
I mean, we got to get final stats of this guy, but wow.
Susan Walters doing the red game call.
6:09 remaining, and Hillsborough will try the extra point, and Bridgewater will need 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions, and a field goal to level it. So, needless to say, this is a key extra point. See what happens here. Oh, it's a play fake. No. He's going to try and run it. He lobs. He fires. He got it! Wow. 2-point conversion!
He got the 2-point conversion now. Wow.
A play fake to make it 30-10.
That is a risky. The way they pull it up, that's beautiful.
I'll tell you, Kevin Carty has called a fantastic game tonight.
And it's good coaching on these plays. They're picking out the right plays. They're knowing when to pull it.
I mean, Hillsborough has really caught fire. You got to remember, ever since, I mean, you got to figure it was 8-7 at one point. It's been 22-3 ever since.
Yeah.
So, Andrew Schwartz, back-to-back 4-touchdown nights.
Having a beautiful night. Now, has he done a lot? Looking at his stats, he seems to usually have a pretty good game most times. So, even when they don't win, he usually has terrific stats for the game.
All right, so Hillsborough now with a 20-point lead, and the Bridgewater-Raritan crowd's like, what just hit us?
No one expected this, that's for sure.
Well, hey, you expect it with Ridge. Listen, Hillsborough lost 28-7 at home to Ridge. Yeah. And at Ridge, Bridgewater lost 33-14, so there's something in common. But you never know in football sometimes. Yeah. Here's the return for Bridgewater-Raritan. Look at this. Making a turn to midfield. Down to about the 43-yard line. So a great return by Nick Stark. And there are no flags based upon what I see here.
I think they got a little fire in them going now. So a little fire going in there, maybe trying to get them, push it really hard for the extra yards and get it done.
Well, I think they got the message to wake up with extra words added in,
Sure. That's for sure.
So it is first and 10.
Sorry.
That's okay. 1st and 10 for Bridgewater now. For Cardilla,
I don't think anyone.
It's going to be pretty much all passing from this point.
For sure. I don't think anyone wants to ride the bus home with a 30-10 difference.
Well, it's not over yet. We're only midway final quarter. Cardilla in the shotgun. Gets a man in motion here. He'll take the snap. He's looking, has some time. Now the pocket collapses. Gonna take a shot down and feel like it's a Hail Mary. Oh. And the pass is caught in the end zone. And it took one play.
Holy cow.
Evan Woodring with the reception. One play, 43 yards. That's half Michael Victor to Sean Jackson.
For my first game, this is pretty interesting.
And this thing, and as I said, this ain't over yet.
No, I'm saying when I was young and I played, we never wanted to ride the bus home with a spread that wide because the coach would be the whole way back. So,
well, now Hillsborough is going to call a timeout. So let's do this. We'll take a break before the conversion. Hillsborough leads Bridgewater 30-16. We'll come back with a conversion and more in just a moment.
We're known for our quick service, fast delivery. You can either call us on the phone to place an order, or you could go online, kingwingonline.com, or DoorDash, Slice, or Chow Now to place your order. For drinks, we have water, Arizonas, different types of sodas. We have energy drink, cream and milk, and mix it right there.
Just started chowing down on the Fat Farmer. This is a beast of a fat sandwich. I should know, I went to Rutgers in the late 90s, home of the fat sandwiches, and King Wing does it better than the old grease trucks used to. This is a monstrosity comprised of cheesesteak, mozzarella sticks, mac and cheese bites, a hot dog. I think there might be chicken fingers on here. Can't eat like this often. First, I'm in town, so I had to stop by and get it.
Okay, following Hillsborough's timeout, this is a conversion. It's going to be a 2-point conversion. Taking a snap, looking. Oh, there comes one guy, and the throw is going to be a good conversion.
2-point conversion is good.
And all of a sudden, it became 30-18. So do not turn off your sets. Or don't go visiting our YouTube video. Come stay with us here on HSG Network on YouTube. This has been a good one.
They got a little spark under them. Like I said, nobody wants to ride the bus home with that big a spread and have the coach yell at you the whole way.
Well, listen, everybody is different when it comes to these things, and coaches are going to handle ways that they know how with their kids because they know the kids best.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that are going to try and do their their strategies when necessary and when the time is right. But this one is not over. I mean, we've had lots of scoring. Think about this. We had no score at quarter time, and then within 2 minutes, each team scored a touchdown. And then we hadn't had anything for a while. And Andrew Schwartz is like, okay, time for me to start running that clock. Now, Bridgewater does have all 3 of their timeouts. Keep this in mind. This is high school football. This is not the NFL. You don't have a limit of 2 onside kicks, and you don't have to announce we are onside kicking before you do it. So back to traditional football here. So keep your eye.
Passing only and not throwing.
Well, here we go. Well, they do. And
look at that short one.
Oh, it didn't. It was touched before 10 yards. It was touched before 10 yards. It should be Hillsborough ball. So Hillsborough will get it about the 48-yard line. So Hillsborough gets a break, and you kind of knew Bridgewater had to do that.
Yeah, well, they needed to
steal possession, make it a 1-score game.
So knowing when to throw the right plays, I guess, and the right strategy.
Well, they just didn't kick it far enough. And the only way Bridgewater could get the ball is if Hillsborough touched it within that 10-yard range, and the ball was still free at that point. All right, now let's see how Hillsborough responds. They are at the Bridgewater 48, 1st and 10. Schwartz the lone back. I'm sorry, no. Oh, here's a handoff up the middle down to the 45-yard line. And this time they give it to Jaden Carter, giving Schwartz a spell for his 4 touchdown runs. But I see he is back in there too. So right now Carter and Schwartz are the ones that are going to try and run this clock out here. There's 5.5 and counting, and Hillsborough's going to be running clock.
Well, they want to do 2 things. They want to give Schwartz a little bit of a rest, and they also want to kind of throw off the other thing that they are going to other players.
Well, we'll find out what they do
mess
here.
Up their defense,
2nd and 7 from the 45-yard line. They're going to take all the time, and now the far side official says, okay, time ran out. And now they'll give to Schwartz. Schwartz will try and bounce away. He'll get to the 45. He gets to the 40 and stays in bounds at the 39-yard line. Smart play and a yard short of a first down.
And it runs the clock down further.
You're exactly right. So Hillsborough putting on some smart football here. So now let's see what Hillsborough decides on 3rd and a yard. Now, for those of you watching, remember, the play clock is kept on the field. If you look at your far official on the left, the far sideline about the 20-yard line, he looks at his watch, and he's going to signal for 10 and then 5 and counting. So that's what Hillsborough is looking. Here it is right there. He raises his hand, 4, 3, and now they hand it off to Schwartz, and we'll see what they spot. He might be short. Oh, wait, and he may have had the ball stripped away, too.
Oh, no.
Hang on. Or was forward progress stopped?
Well, that is the risk with these dog piles they put together, is that you want to draw the clock down, but you can still get the ball punched out of you.
Well, there's a Bridgewater player that's shaken up, and now he's just now getting up. They're going to have to stop the clock here with 3:51 left. Or is it a Hillsborough player? It's hard to tell with all these shadows here.
Injury timeout on the field.
And it was
Find out soon enough.
Yeah, so now there's 3:51 left.
Text. Can you go back and show the menu prices?
And Bridgewater-Raritan, and they get a free timeout here. So this will give both teams a chance here. Now, just a reminder to everybody watching, next broadcast, next Friday night, October 17th, right here at Noonan Field. And by the way, the injured player was Spencer Marceau, the senior. Yeah. So he walks off, thankfully. It's nothing real serious here.
It's their 3rd injury tonight, I think.
Not 100% sure, but nothing serious. That's the important part.
That's a good point.
Again, next week, Hillsborough will be playing Piscataway right here from Noonan Field, and you can catch it right here at HSG Network. Again, game time, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, or wherever you may be watching. Just look at the Eastern Time Zone and translate for wherever you are. 4th and a yard. They are going to go for it. Karana hands to Schwartz, runs into his own guy, and I think he's still going to get the first down anyway to the 37-yard line. That looked like a disaster, but then somehow Schwartz was able to bounce off and lean forward to gain 2 yards and move the chains.
I'm not sure if we're just at the chain just moved yet. We are just... Did they make the first down?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
As you can tell, they moved the sticks, and it's 1st and 10, and now Bridgewater's going to have to use their timeouts here. The clock is run to 3:20 till time, and Hillsboro by 12. Zion James back in for the Raiders. They have a receiver on the left. I know Zion we haven't seen get too many carries, but I'll tell you, he's got to be the punishing back here, but he's got to make sure he hangs on to the ball. That's critical. But they give it to Carter instead, and Carter will get to the 35 and is thrown down there. And now, flag. Look at this.
That's not good.
Look at this.
Yeah, you don't want it falling to that.
Well, now we got flags down because of a little skirmish that happened at the 30-yard line. Now, you don't want to see that happening.
No, you don't want to see it. It actually just shows you that the other one side and the other is getting a little panicky. And how they're losing, seeing the game. Sometimes they end up doing things like that because they feel like they're frustrated.
Well, we're going to find out what the deal is as they discuss.
We have no referees might be the entire second.
Oh, you haven't had it? No. I didn't know.
So this is where the game reset is now. No timeout's been called. It's because of the flag at the end of the play that has stopped the clock, and that's what the officials are discussing right now. So we are considering.
Check. You hear that?
We are. All right, here we go. I think the official, after the play, it is against Bridgewater and Hillsboro. They are offsetting.
I know that when they talk in high school football, they will not tolerate that kind of rough stuff.
They shouldn't.
They really try to educate them as best they can. It's not acceptable. So usually they come down pretty hard on the penalties.
Well, it comes out even in the down counts. And I think the clock will run once the ball is set for play.
Mm-hmm.
So think about this. Bridgewater's gotten like 2 or 3 timeouts for free because of certain situations here. So now the ball is spotted at the 36-yard line. There was no gain on that first play. And now, and you think about this, Bridgewater can very well they may get the ball back and may have a timeout or 2 left if they're able to hold.
Was any player ejected from that?
I don't know. They would have signaled otherwise, but I think they are told to go off for a couple plays based upon that.
Cool off period.
Now the officials blow the whistle again. And I think they're trying to get I think they're trying to talk to the judges here.
Take all your shots out.
So we continue to have an official timeout. Now, if you look at both teams here, what do you think Hillsboro will call, and what do you think Bridgewater is going to defend with?
Well, I mean, Hillsboro is going to. I think they're going to try whatever they can do to draw the clock down at this point. So they're going to, Okay,
now Bridgewater calls timeout. So we're going to keep it here. So go ahead and keep saying.
Well, I'm saying at this point, I think they're going to they call the timeout to strategize on how to draw out this clock. And what they want to do is really bring it down as best they can. So I think if I'm talking more passing plays. Things of that nature. I don't think they'd be wise to throw any long plays at this point. Even risk anything. They still got a nice lead, but you don't want to risk up any points.
I definitely agree. My thing here is, and I'll be honest with you, gotta keep contained, and this is where so many teaching moments happen. Consider last night. I mean, non-baseball, but in football. Think about the Giants. That stunning win over the Eagles.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, if you want to make a comparison, right now, Bridgewater-Raritan's the Eagles and Hillsboro's the Giants.
Right.
But now you're trying to teach the kids, how do we go about this the right way, regardless of how.
A lot of similarities between the two different games.
So it is second down, and they will hand it off to Schwartz. And now another timeout. Will use their second timeout.
That's exactly how I would strategize it right now. Just try to draw the clock down, do passing plays, put it right there, get the set up and use all the seconds you can.
Well, this is a key here. Now you got 3rd and 9. Now the ball's at the 34, and Hillsboro has done very well with their third. This is something we have not seen very much of this year, and especially at home. They've had 2 rough home outings, but this one clearly their best of the year. Can make this 2025 homecoming night a real special one.
That would be nice to win it. If you're homecoming, you win everything else. You know, they really put it together nicely.
Well, I mean, people in the state of New Jersey, especially North Central Jersey, they'll follow closely, but you got to play on the field, and you just never know what's going to happen. Here we go with 3rd and 8 from the 34-yard line. Devon Karana in a shotgun. They go wing. They have a single back, and they have a receiver. He's going back to pass. I don't know why he was thinking that. He goes down and is sacked. And let's see if Bridgewater calls their last time out. They do.
They do.
With 2:38 left. So
kind of what I was saying is that, you know, why would you go back to pass it when you have this nice lead? You want to protect it as best you can.
Okay, but let me explain something else.
Please.
It was a sack, and it may have looked bad, but maybe it's not so bad. Because now Bridgewater uses their last timeout. Right. But now it also gives Hillsborough more room to punt the ball, and Bridgewater's going to have 2.5 minutes for 2 drives and no timeouts, and they need 2 touchdowns.
Well, you're not suggesting that they drew the sack.
Possibly. It's very possible. I mean, it might be a little strategy. It might be a little bit weirdly gruesome, but you know what? If it works in the way this game is going, then you do it.
It's like pulling the fake. It's like a different kind of pulling the fake. You know?
So maybe that wasn't such a bad thing. And even if you lose 10 to 15 yards, you hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
So this is not a bad thing, folks. And people watching and probably saying the announcers are crazy for bringing this up. But if you think of it logically, you're up 2 scores. They need 2 touchdowns. You hang on to the ball. Now you can punt it away. And they got to drive twice, no timeouts. So here we go with the punt. They'll take the snap and the punt. Will go away. It's a line drive, taking it out. Oh, right by him at the 16. And he's got dived down inside the 10 to about the 8.
Wow.
So if Bridgewater is to get back into this game, they need 231, and they need to drive 92 yards. Here's the problem. They had 43 in one play the last time they had the ball. So
yeah,
hang on tight.
Yeah, they actually did it before. It'd be I don't see it happening here at this point, but, you know, never know.
That's why they play.
That's why they play.
I mean, we've seen crazy endings. Bills, Chiefs, Vikings, Ravens from many years ago in a snowstorm that had 5 touchdowns in the final minute and a half.
Up in Buffalo, you know, they had that too, I think. You know?
All right. Well, they're going to triple to the left from the 8-yard line. Let's see what happens with Cudilla. He'll take the snap.
I think
looks left. He's rushing.
I think he's going to be down.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
he's going to go down.
He's going down.
The 3-yard line.
He had nowhere to run. He was running,
and I tell you what, that was, I think, Tyler Zisk, the sophomore, with a sack, and that's a big one.
That was a big sack.
Now, there's no timeout, so Bridgewater has to hurry up. They have to go fast forward, and they're all the way back to the 4-yard line.
That was a crucial sack.
2 minutes still time. Hillsborough by 12. Cardilla in the end zone will take the snap. Looking. And he's got to take another Hail Mary shot. Too far, incomplete.
He was throwing wild.
I mean, that was exactly the play that got the touchdown on the last series, but
luck can only run so much.
Hey, weirder things happen, but you're not playing Nintendo or PlayStation where you can throw to Dante Stallworth or Terrell Owens for 90-yard touchdowns on every single play.
You see that all the time.
Yeah, but hey, this is the human element we're talking here. So 3rd and 14 from the 4.
Oh.
And it's 4-down territory no matter what happens. Back goes Cordelia looking, throws in the middle, and that pass, I believe, is going to be caught to 16. They're still 2 yards shy of a first down. So it's 4th and 2. Now, if they don't make this, it's over. They reset the ball. We're down to a minute and a half. Here we go on 4th down. Cordelia will have to snap quickly.
Yeah, they're moving.
They're taking way too much time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They really take a long time considering where they're at. They
want to make sure it's there, but if they stop him, it's a mute point. Back goes Cordelia, looking. He's rolling left. Takes a shot down the field, and it's knocked away, incomplete. And that seals it for the Hillsborough Raiders. But there's a flag down, so maybe I shouldn't have said that so soon.
I think it was a holding.
Well, if it's on Hillsboro, it's going to be a first down. So it sounds like the preliminary indications a hold on Hillsboro. And if that's so, that's going to be a first down for Bridgewater.
That's what I saw.
And yes, they are moving the ball. Now, in high school, holding is 10 yards no matter what.
Well, okay.
Holding on the defense.
So it's defensive holding, and that means first down to 29-yard line. Oh, they actually they moved it up pretty good there.
Yeah,
you know what? I it's a first down, but I think they spotted 5 yards too forward because they want to make sure they have it right, and the ball's at the 30-yard line here. We've seen this on multiple occasions
today. Got a minute 10 left.
That's true, but like I said, the ball spot's where the ball spot is. So referee's going to come in, they're going to respot the ball, and Bridgewater-Raritan Center is going to be kind enough to put it at the 26-yard line. He's like, thank you, sir. So I think now they got it right, and now it'll be a Bridgewater ball 1st and 10. Taking a snap, Cordelia looking. He will fire. And that pass is, I believe, caught.
Woodring went out of bounds.
That is Woodring with the catch.
Stops the clock.
Amato with the stop, and he's pushed out of bounds. It is another first down for the Panthers. We're down to 1:04 left.
Sounds like the Panthers are doing the right strategy, what they need to get upfield at this
Well, you have to play sideline to sideline. If you don't, the clock's going to run. You got no timeouts. They're still going to triple to right. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Back goes Cordelia, looking. Got to take a shot, and the pass ends up being caught again for a first down. Now I think Cordelia is becoming Jaden Daniels playing sideline football.
Maybe a little too late, a little much too late. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you're supposed to do when you're down this way, just slowly moving up the field.
Well, this is the 48th minute, and we're just 1 second into it. So 59 seconds still time. Hillsboro 30-18. They keep the triple on the right. Back goes Cordelia looking, waiting, firing deep. A little bit too high, incomplete. There's a flag down the far side. And that's going to be on Hillsboro as well for a hold.
I thought it offsides is what I thought.
Well, this is even bigger for Bridgewater because that's 10 on Hillsboro for holding.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, it's going to be a first down.
But Hillsboro does not want to get it sloppy at this point. They want to just keep it tight and get out of the game.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They're doing too much prevent. So another 10 yards and another first down. The only good thing that is going right now is that there's 53 seconds left. Hillsboro still has 2 timeouts.
And a lot of point difference to go for.
And remember, Bridgewater started at the 8. They went back to their 4 and have been driving forward since. Now, actually going back is Cordelia. He's looking. He has to wait. Now he's got the run. He's wasting time. He's running to the 40-yard line. He has to take off, and he's going to get out of bounds at about the 30, and that'll be a first down probably with 42 seconds left. Now, when this game is over, we will have a post-game interview with somebody for the winning side. So if you've been paying attention, I think you have an idea, but you never know. 42 seconds left. Crazy things have happened. We're down to 30 seconds left. And we'll find out what happens here as they go spread. Cordelia in the shotgun. Low snap. Takes it, looks, going to throw to the right. Pass is caught, but it's inbounds. Yeah, he was inbounds. They'll stop the clock.
They're resetting for quick.
Yeah, they're going to spike it on first down. There it is. So they'll waste it down on the spike, and we're now with 28 seconds left. Bridgewater's in the red zone. I know these last couple minutes tend to go forever here. Hillsboro was one play away from finishing it, but a defensive hold kept the drive going. Whoa, hold on a second. Flag's down here. And it's on Hillsboro. On a neutral zone infraction, so now it's 2nd and 5.
I give it credit to Bridgewater for actually being able to pull that back and then snap it down real quick.
I'll tell you what.
Spent about 2 seconds doing that.
With this last drive, Hillsborough has been very good at playing discipline, but this drive has been full with penalties. Yeah. Back goes Cordelia. He's looking. He waits. He's going to have to take a shot at the end zone, and he ends up throwing it somewhere to Hopewell, incomplete. And now we're down to 21 seconds, and now it's 3rd and 5.
Do you feel he's taking too much time fooling around in the back before he gets...
You could ask Jordan Love that question, but I'll be honest with you, that he does take a little bit of time. But if he hits on one and there's still time left on the clock, you have a chance.
You get a 47-yard run at that point.
Well, you got onside kick and recovery first. High school football has seen some crazy endings, and that doesn't have to be in New Jersey either. 3rd and 5 from the 15. Cordelia back in an empty gun, looking. He's going to run. Now he's going to take a throw, and it's too high, incomplete. And now one more shot from the 1980 song of the same name. 14 seconds left, and 4th and 5.
He had his hands on the ball, just couldn't connect it down and tighten it up.
Well, here's my thing here. You go to sideline, or you pretend it's 4th and goal from the 15. Because you're going to need that time to get an onside kick and then another Hail Mary.
Yeah, I mean, then the odds of pulling that through are not good.
Well, let's find out. Back goes Cordelia on 4th down, looking. 40. I don't know what happened, but he overthrew him. Incomplete. And Hillsborough raises his hands in victory with 11 seconds left.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't throw it in. He didn't get it out the way he wanted there.
I think there might have been miscommunication on the near sideline. Yeah. And Hillsborough is going to get the win.
So they're going to come in and just do the quick run out.
So I'm going to rush down, and we're going to go ahead and get our post-game. Let me give this to Howard. He'll take you home, and we'll do a post-game in a couple.
So you're going to...
San Diego.
Thanks, man.
Got it.
Thanks, man. Yeah. How about I don't need to be on this side.
All righty. So, Andrew, I'm on now. That was it. So, I got one snap. I got one snap and we're done. So,
that's all done.
Recap us. So
they pulled out the one snap and ran the clock out, and they got a win here of 30-18 for Hillsborough over Bridgewater. Not expected to win. It was a big upset. But that's what it is. That's the name of the game. Upsets are always part of the game.
And we will be back, folks, with our post-game interview. Tom's going down to get one of the players, and we'll come down to that, and we'll have audio back at that point.
Nice.
All right, we are back here at David Noonan Field in Hillsboro. I'm Tom Wilkins, along with our MVP for this one, Andrew Schwartz, who has had 8 days of running, and now he can rest. Back-to-back 4-touchdown performances. This one leading Hillsboro to a homecoming night, 30-18 win over the Bridgewater-Raritan Panthers. Your thoughts on tonight, Andrew?
Unbelievable performance by this team. You know, we came in, we played hard and physical football. That's the way Hillsboro football is. We pound the rock, we do everything we need to do, and these guys stepped up. The offensive line was incredible tonight. All props to them.
I'll tell you something else. As much as you had such a difficult start playing 3 prominent teams, Washington Township, Ridge, Phillipsburg, I mean, obviously it was stacked up against you early. How much have you grown, and has this team grown from the bumps in the road in the first half of the year?
You know, adversity is tough to handle, but I felt we've handled it so well, and it's built us up for this moment here tonight. And you know, we responded the way I knew we were going to respond, and we came out here with W, and I'm so proud of them.
And you know what? I'm sure the whole city of Hillsboro is very happy with that. What do you think tonight was the difference?
You know, just guys believing. We believed. We knew what we had around us, the players, the coaches, and we knew we can come and handle business. Bridgewater's a good enough, and we wanted it more, we would get it done, and we did.
And I think the big question for you, Andrew, going to next Friday night here in Hillsboro, your senior night, you're looking forward to that. How do you expect to build from this one?
No, we're going to go in, we're going to watch the film this week, see where we need to improve, and take it from there, and you know, keep playing hard and physical.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you next Friday night. Keep up the good work and stay healthy, Andrew. Appreciate a few minutes of your time.
Thank you so much.
That is Andrew Schwartz, who ends up scoring 4 touchdowns in tonight's win as the Hillsboro Raiders defeat the Bridgewater-Raritan Panthers by a score of 38-18 tonight. For Andrew Dars and Howard Gaber, I'm Tom Wilkins. Thanks for joining us here on HSG.